Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Throw until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue, shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun, oh but we were so young. Summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. Welcome. How's it going on this lovely Saturday morning for me, a Friday evening for you, friends? It is the weekend. We've made it once more. I hope you're ready for some relaxation, some enjoyment, some time away from the cares of the week and all the rest. Thank you for being here with us right as we get started. It's an absolute joy, an absolute pleasure, and it means the world to me that you choose my stream to visit. Oh, it's great. Anyway, let's say hello to some folks real quick. Eka, it's good to see you. You are correct. I was slightly late this morning. Got a little bit slow start on the day. I was supposed to wake up at 7:30, instead woke up at 7:45. Then spent some time talking to Knobs over coffee, and just a little delayed, but we're here after all. Can you believe it? On Saturday showing up, it's very good. Hello to HPG, hope you're having a good day, my friend. Thank you for being with us. Hello Jim, welcome back again. Hello Silent, how's it going? History teacher Steve, you got 3 more weeks and then a 2-month vacation. Congratulations on the end of the term. Hopefully everything goes well for the students and goes well for you and all the rest. And I hope it's the case you're looking forward to your summer vacation, getting all that, housework done. I remember when my teachers would come back after the summer vacation, they'd often talk about how they'd spent the summer painting the house or digging the garden or whatever. So I'm sure you got plans for the summer as well, my friend. Hello, Silence. Hello, Gamerchin. Hello, Sakutera Marks. What is up, my friend? Welcome, George. Welcome, one. Welcome, all. I'm wearing an unbranded shirt today. It's true, now that the Wrexham season is over, it feels a little bit silly wearing Wrexham colors, Wrexham shirt on stream. So Saturday, you're just gonna get whatever shirt I see first. So last week you saw me in a button-up shirt on Saturday. Today I saw the t-shirt first, and so we're just wearing this. And I don't know, maybe we'll come up with other fun Saturday shirts to wear, but probably gonna be whatever I'm wearing to hang around for the day. So there you go. Hello, Leto. Welcome in, my friend. Today, all we're doing is playing some more CK3. Yesterday, we accomplished the main goal of the playthrough. We have other achievements. I don't know why I said achievements. Other achievements to work on over the next little bit here. It is the case that the one we've chosen for ourselves is the big achievement we're going for in this playthrough. Probably is a close to end game achievement. It requires being pretty late in technology at least to reach all of the requirements of getting it done. So probably the case we're gonna have to finish this one off stream, because I can't imagine playing this particular playthrough all the way through history. I do want to play it through the Black Death, though. I do want to experience the bubonic plague in this playthrough, and so maybe I'll try to get the bubonic plague achievement as well. Though, as I mentioned yesterday, that one is so much just based on chance. You have to have a character get the bubonic plague and recover from the bubonic plague, and only about 2% of all CK3 players have done that achievement. So we'll see. Other than that, today off of stream, Knobs and I are going to a museum. We were going to do this last weekend, but instead did something else. I can't remember what. Went for a picnic instead. Today, though, museum, we're finally going to see. One of Knobs' friends gave her one of our colleagues gave her a sequence of free tickets to this museum, and so we're excited to go give them a shot. I don't recall what museum it is, but I'll definitely bring back stories and pictures on Monday. The other big thing going this weekend is our friends are having a wedding celebration tomorrow. They are people who are not from Japan. One is from Singapore, one from the United States, and so they're having their actual wedding in Malaysia, I believe, something like that. And then having various celebrations in Japan and the US also. And so the celebration here is not a formal ceremony at all. Instead, they've rented out some kind of beach lake house, and we'll be setting up an afternoon of doing things outside. Now, the things they listed to do outside are things I do not want to do. Things like, let's go rock climbing. Things like, let's go swimming. Luckily, the last thing they listed or just sit and have a chat. So tomorrow afternoon, we'll be going to that and just sitting and having a chat. And that'll be fine. I do sometimes wonder, was there a possible resortie who would have been much more athletic than this resortie? Because independently of whether I am able to rock climb, I'm not sure how hard it is. It's probably very hard. I just don't want to. Like, it feels to me an unnecessary use of energy and very likely to fall and hurt myself, etc. So, was there some version of me back at age 4 that could have been led to a mountain, and would I have adapted that all the way? Nature, nurture, a fundamental question here. I'm just who I am, and that's okay. Maybe let's go climb Mount Everest. I mean, this guy, who's actually one of our librarians, is so into hiking and climbing, and I doubt he has summited Everest, but I could imagine him being the kind of person who would want to. That said, now that all the big mountains have been overrun with tourist companies helping people to the top and a long line of people waiting to summit, I think it's somewhat less attractive. In the same way that many of the national parks in the United States are now kind of overrun with visitors because there are so many easier ways to get to them previously. Everyone has a car, everyone can go there very cheaply. It's that sort of tension between democratizing, making things available for everyone, and also wanting to keep things their natural beauty. Because if you have tons of people climbing up Mount Everest, definitely it's a different experience than just being alone in the grandeur. Now, that said, it's not super democratic there, as it's still a ton of money to get yourself to the top, all the required supplies and people to carry stuff for you and so on. Anyway, I know nothing about that past what I read in an article one time years ago, so let's see what else I got for you. Oh, I have one other thing. This is a thing I don't know how to feel about. I have an initial emotional reaction, and I hope is the right one. So I get comments on the YouTube videos, and many of them are very supportive, very kind. Things like, hey man, cool seeing you do this gameplay. Occasionally they're of the form of, you're playing the game wrong, do this thing or that thing. All these things, it's fine. Yesterday, though, I received this YouTube comment. It was a person who said, how weird is it to be clicking around YouTube and find someone who gets to live the exact life you want to be living? I read that, I was like, whoa, that's a little bit of a strong statement. I felt, I don't know, so sad or proud, or I'm confused about how I should feel about this. But it was a really sweet thing to say. And it made me realize that, yeah, I do kind of have a good life. It's really nice. And I don't know which part of my life he was pointing to, but it was a moment where I stood back and said, oh, from the outside, this is great. And from the inside, it is too. And I realized that part of that great life is getting to hang out with you fine folks and getting to do the Twitch thing and the YouTube thing. So thank you for being part of that. I do sometimes wonder, if I'd been streaming and never had a single viewer stop by, would I still be a streamer? How long would I have stuck with it, with the... I don't know, without getting much positive feedback from the world. But here we are, and I do think about all the contingencies necessary to end up here. For example, if I hadn't married Noms, I would never live in Japan. Never would have happened, right? If I hadn't had some viewers stop by and hang out with me, like you fine folks, I probably wouldn't be streaming still. That's how our life comes together, right? These little small choices, small circumstances occurring leads us down one path or another, and that's how you make a life, I suppose. Hello, Darby. You're going to write some nasty messages to counter the good ones. Thank you. I look forward to that. Honestly, because of what I know about comment sections online, that occasionally people are really nasty in them and use their anonymity to be quite unfriendly. Every time I get a notification of you have a new comment on YouTube, I think, okay, what are they going to insult this time? And I click on it, and it's almost always something that's at least meant positively. Occasionally has a little joking, trolling edge, but it's not meant in a mean way, and so that's a-okay. Anyway, I think that's about all I got today. I'm not sure if Nanda's coming down to say hello. She is here still, as it is a Saturday. Maybe she'll stop by a little later in the stream, but anything you all want to talk about? Anything that's going on in your world, or should we just get into gaming time? Yeah, I need to start working on making a longer list of topics. Yesterday evening, I was feeling kind of tired, just kind of went to bed early, and it's all right. It's a good way to spend some time too. Maybe Noms will come by and thank us for all the good jokes from yesterday. It's true. It's true. She's been getting some good jokes from you all recently. But she came home last night actually in a pretty good mood, and so she didn't need too much of the "here's the joke to make you feel better" treatment. And yeah, I'm glad for that. I'm glad when she's coming home on the weekend, especially feeling pretty good. On another life path, I might have been a world famous philosopher. If only I studied harder. No, there was a time, I don't know, I was in my like mid to late 20s where I said to myself something like, if you do not become a world famous whatever, you have failed. And this is a terrible kind of pressure to put on oneself. It's a misunderstanding of how the world works and the way in which luck plays into it and all the rest. So I'm very, very pleased with the life I've got myself. But yeah, I'm okay not having followed the life path, the world famous whatever. Thank goodness, thank goodness. Hello, Saucies at Red Shirt Friday. Absolutely. That said, looking at the camera here, looking at the broadcast software, I noticed that the red shirt is kind of extreme. Like, it is an unfriendly shirt to gaze upon. I should have a soft green, maybe a brown, possibly a blue. I'm harming your eyes by having chosen this shirt. Isn't red like a scary natural color? It's blood and death and all the rest. I apologize for bringing such terrible, terrible vision here. That's how it goes. Can I chroma key the red out? We actually could do that. What would that look like? I was not planning to do this, but I'm now actually very curious. What would this look like? Also, the program I use to play music in the background has crashed twice now. So we're going to have no music in the background for the next little bit here. All right, let's see here. Second chroma key. We're going to try to chroma color out. Pick screen color. That right there. Okay. Uh-oh. All right. All right. Ba-da-da-da. Behold, I'm wearing a black shirt now. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, so under the arms, because of the shadowing, it's not quite perfect. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It was kind of creepy, but pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of that. Too much silliness on stream already. Can't have that kind of silliness at all. Back to normal. Very good, very good, very good. All right. George, you were looking for the Little Guardsman comment on YouTube and saw a clip the first time of me playing the RC car soccer game. Oh, the clip of me playing Rocket League. Rocket League was definitely a very silly part of the stream. I attempted to do a commentary on this sports contest and just completely lost it. It's one of those old clips that's still around, one of the very few ones ever, unfortunately. Velico's got a bad joke for us today. What's the difference between a dirty bus station and a lobster with a boob job? Difference between a dirty bus station and a lobster with a boob job. Claw, crab, I have no idea. What is the punchline to this joke? Please don't have me too dirty, thank you. Thank you. One's a crusty bus station, the other a busty crustacean. Ah! Crusty bus station, busty crustacean. That is fantastic. I thank you. I will put that one away in the folder to pull out later. I've mentioned before that my students will often be very unsure about how to start class. If I go into the classroom and say, hey, what do you all want to talk about today? They will be very, very unsure what to do. They like it when I say, hey, let's talk about X today. I had a teacher back in undergraduate who would always start class with, so what did we discuss in a day? Expecting the students to come up with something. And if we didn't have something ready to go, he'd say, okay, you sure? You sure you don't? And then he would proceed to just pull out these absolutely terrible dad jokes and make a dumb joke every minute or so until eventually one of us had some comment ready to go to start the class. And I think it was a funny moment, but also it was sort of embarrassing that we had nothing better to offer than his repeated jokes. And so eventually we learned our lesson to be well prepared, but that's the kind of joke he would often tell. Jokes that were just based on pure pun, pure wordplay, groaners through and through, and I think I would have enjoyed that class more these days. I would have never raised any topic and just listened to them all. One strange thing I'm just now thinking is none of us as students ever then said, what are we paying you for? We're paying you to teach us. You get teaching us. And I think some of my students today might have that reaction if I went in and just started making dumb jokes. I'm not sure. This semester, though, I am considering asking the students to begin class, asking the students to come up with a topic that they want to discuss, anything at all from the reading, and we'll make it work. So it's a summer term. Summer terms are strange. They're much shorter. They're much more high stakes in some way because you have to learn material far more quickly than a normal semester. Trying to do a good job with that. I teach fewer topics, but I'm hoping we can try some stuff this term and see how it goes, and maybe report back on my adventures in novel pedagogy. Novel to me, not to the world, surely. Anyway, I think that's all the stories I got. I think that's all we have happening today. Do I hear Nam's coming? Possibly. Think she's not coming today. We could go yell for Dom, say, "Sweetie, are you coming down?" But I don't want to trouble her, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pull up the CK3. Pull up a little game we were playing yesterday and the day before, I think, and see how it is going. Yesterday, I'm happy to report we did not have the game crash at all. Over the past week or so, we've had one crash of our video game every single stream, except for yesterday. So I don't quite know why that is. I don't know what caused that kind of problem, but hopefully it does not happen today. You will notice that my game is again bugging in this very, very strange way it's been doing for a very long time. This is a playthrough we played approximately a year and a half ago. This is a playthrough we played just so long ago. Yeah. It does not say when the save date was. This is not our current playthrough. So for whatever reason, it keeps loading the wrong family. And if we go in here, we have to get rid of the invalid save games. And ours will be right there then. I wonder if I should try to go through and delete the invalid save games. In what sense are they invalid? For being on the wrong version, apparently. But are these save games in the cloud? Or are they taking space on my computer? Need to free more space. Anyway, we're playing this one right here. Let's continue along, playing in Sicily, the children, or now grandchildren of Robert the Fox, having taken over some Greek territory. We now look in the direction of what to do next. I'm just not quite sure. We are currently at war, it seems. Right, we are paying back the military assistance of some Poles, I believe. Is that true? Hungarians, actually. Is that true? Let's see, where is this? Oh, nope, not that at all. That was yesterday's stream started that way. Today, what we're doing is helping our friends the Lotharingians maintain their laws. So we managed to get ourselves a friendship with a very unusual duke, a duke who has territory in the north and the south here together. And unfortunately, he has no armies left, except maybe these 290 people here. Not so much. But in the war target area, he is just totally enemies and neutrals and nothing to do with his own armies. So I believe I said yesterday that we will do a little bit more sieging down here, which we have now finished. And then we're probably just going to go home. We do have a lot of money saved. So you know what? I may as well try to help a little bit. I'll help a little bit by walking through the HRE and go sieging this nearby territory, and we might capture a war leader, perhaps. That said, the war leader is from Luxembourg, so up this way. Might be a little more difficult to take that one, but we'll see. Let it go and see what happens. Yesterday, we accomplished the achievement for making all of Sicily and Epirus Catholic. Apparently, we're also currently at a tournament. I forgot that part. Hello, tournaments. So we won a horse race. That's the first thing to say. We won a horse race yesterday. And then we're in the midst of a couple of other trials there. We have an archery contest, some wrestling, and some recitaling. Of those, we're probably in pretty good shape to win the wrestling match, but the other ones I'm a little bit less sure about. So, we are currently guaranteed to qualify for the archery. We have a place we can go if we want to. Let's go visit the tourney grounds and see what's what. What's in the artisans' quarters? You can buy some items occasionally, including a fake Pope's outfit, and cosplay as the Pope. Squires laugh and joke while they polish the helms and mail. One of them snorts so hard it sounds like a pig, and the rest soon imitate him. The knights loiter nearby. Among these I spout Odorardo, Count Ranieri's counselor. Hello. His skills have been something praised, and his name resonates as one of the something more words there. He's quite good at learning and not much else. He's a compassionate lackey and 65 years old. I could convince him to join my council. No. Though he's very good at learning, this is the one we can't control. The Pope picks the Archbishop, not us. So we will say, I do not want to offend the Count. Gotta be a decent visitor, otherwise people will come and steal my workers, and where would we be then? Back letting the game run a little bit. I see we also have a new dynastic perk to pick. We'll look at that in a moment. But we've qualified for the archery contest. The varied crowd of contestants mill about, comparing their bows and trading tales. My bow is made of ash. My bow is made of yew. What are you? Okay. It seems an unknown commoner called Miroslav has been the talk of this place. He's a 15 in combat. He has so much bow XP, completely topped out at bowmanship. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, time to show the world my skill. Before that, though, we continue our legitimacy line here. Legitimacy is the part of this playthrough we've struggled with most so far, because our starting ruler, Robert the Fox, was not at all interested in proving he was a worthy king, but instead just asserting it by violence over and over and over again. And then we disinherited a bunch of children, and the peasants are confused whose name they should be singing in God Save the King. So next up is the Divine Mandate. Vassals are less likely to join dissolute faction and claimant factions. We'll say that even though we can't prove through paperwork that we're the king, God said so, okay? And we can see how lovely this picture becomes. Lots of statues of old men doing powerful deeds. Lastly, we'll have a French name, Dieu et Mandra. Select a 5th level of education to become more common in the dynasty. We'll choose what kind of people want to rule us long term. Figure that one out in a while. Alright, I flex my bowstring a few times, I limber up, and I take a deep breath. Mustering the control, I draw the bow in the air, lowering it in line with the target. As soon as the arrow leaves my fingertips, I intuitively feel it's a good shot. A moment later, satisfying ping, I hit the nail on the head. Yes! Yes! Good toss. The banners flutter and royal, I nock another arrow. I wait for the wind to subside. I continue waiting. The wind is not going to stop. So we can try to shoot across the wind, and we're guaranteed to succeed. We are the master of meteorology. We are Wallman. That's the defeater of the wind, surely. Hey, Mytherius, thank you for the resubscription. Glad you enjoyed hanging out for 5 months of subbing now. Thank you, thank you. Hope you have a lovely day wherever in the world you are. Hope it's going well for you, for sure. Thank you, friend. We struck true twice now. The competition begins to draw to a close rather, as arrows fly into and past the butts. What shall I do to try to win? I can say I'm one with the bow. I can get a finer arrow. I can calculate trajectory or have a normal final shot. This one looks most likely to win. We get a finer arrow. I don't know how we're getting it. The word procuring is in quotation marks, so probably stealing. Is our theft rewarded? I am winning! Victory is at hand! Only a few more arrows remaining. Let's see. We have a 24% chance of having victory, and... Ba-da-da-dun! We win a second round already. Nice, nice, nice. Hey, George Plays Twitch. George, thank you for the resubscription, my friend. It's good seeing you. I thank you very much. Bullseye indeed. Bullseye, bullseye. Friends, the first ad break's about to run. We're just going to let it run, of course. Be running for about 3 minutes, and then back to the game. No worry at all. After many trials, tribulations, and the rest, the winner is King Bohemond. We've won 2 out of 2 contests so far. I've actually won. By the way, after the arrow competition was completed, the archery competition, I find Katerina surrounded by scrolls and manuscripts. This person is writing us a book on intriguing matters. She wants to know, should she write about intrigue, like manipulation, or seduction, or let her choose? We'll let her choose. Don't really care too much. Seduction's not really our path all that much. Back here, we may go somewhere again. For wrestling, we are guaranteed to qualify, so I'm not going to go to the tourney grounds to get more score. Instead, let's go to the artisan quarters. Browsing the wares on display in the shop, I spy with my little eye a carefully wrapped package among the piles of garments and sundries. The tailor happily opens it for me, carefully untying the leather bindings to reveal an exquisitely embroidered crest, the Katanzaru quest. Ooh, ah. It's a quest of a family with one person in it. This person is attempting to pretend to be a person. Alright, I can invite them to burn it. I could take it myself. If we do that one, we get a bonus to intrigue, or I can get my own crest. If I get my own crest, we get more renown. That's what we need most of all to keep the dynasty growing, so I want that crest. Thank you very much. The game go a bit longer. Aha! 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 My Archbishop has found me a claim that is essential to continue this playthrough. A claim on this one county right here. Ideally, I'd like to link together this county with the rest of my territory to the west, but I might just go for it all by itself at some point if I notice the Byzantines weakened. Incidentally, the Byzantines are now weakened. They're having a civil war, as usual, but how cool is that? Noticing also I've got a ton of money, though it's the case we're currently hemorrhaging cash while fighting this war. We have enough we can go ahead and upgrade at least one more building and hopefully bring in more cash money. So yes, indeed, we have some simple pastures. We turn them instead into homesteads where peasant farmers will grow more animals and more grain and help us to build the economy one peasant at a time. With our claim now developed, I was going to say we can have our Archbishop go out and convert faiths, but our entire kingdom is currently just the one faith. So I will develop more claims in the area here. What is the duchy in this place exactly? It's Thessalonica, so it's just a small area of 3 counties, I believe. So we'll develop a claim on the whole duchy, which we can't push quite yet, unless we get an actual ducal level claim. Words, words, words. My regent and counselor William has died of the gout. Age 57, he hurt his toe and, I don't know, couldn't walk around anymore. It's terrible. Must be the evil spirits. Alright, the Duchess Roca of Epirus doesn't like us very much, but she is interested in being on the council. We'll give her just that. She then likes us okay. Speaking of liking us, who are we currently swaying, I wonder? Actually, no one. We should fix that for sure. We notice our Archbishop is giving us not all the money he could give us, so we're going to have a conversation with him. Say, look here, you only exist in my kingdom because I allow it. I then rip off my shirt and prepare for battle. Arrayed around the sand, shirtless contestants warm up for their bouts by rubbing dirt all over themselves, etc. The wrestling qualifiers have come to an end. It's clear who will be put forward. In my first bout, I'm against this man named Miroslav. He is a lustful and brave fellow with a 15 in prowess. We are the king, and we wear our crown to battle. I am ready. Miroslav lands on me hard, and grappling sends me toppling the ground. We're both struggling, trying to get to a better position. He tucks my arm under his knee and works it to end the fight entirely. I feel the air, I grasp around, I touch his buttock cleft. I go ahead and engage in dirty behavior if I want to, which everyone hates, or I will lose with honor if I must. So we could harm him in order to win big, or instead we can lose like a man. Nope, nope, nope. We engage in dirty wrestling. You fight as filthy as you look. That's fine. The crowd bays for blood as I stagger forward. Oh, cough away a red rivulet from my forehead. This is wrestling, but serious wrestling with bleeding. It's horrible. I need one of those little head covering helmets they wear in wrestling. Alright, we punch him in the liver, or try to grapple, or feint, or play it safe. We grapple. After engaging in dirty combat and grappling poorly, a loser is us. Not gonna win all the tournament this time, but 2 out of 3 so far is not bad. Good luck to Miroslav winning the whole thing. Let's go ahead and run it through. I won't read much of this, but Miroslav's in the final. And versus Anascario. Miroslav I'm cheering for because he beat us. And the winner is... Gotta see this picture here. Back and forth they go. The winner is Anscario. So nope, we weren't the real second place list thing. A loss for us. Anscario is not even part of our court, so we got nothing there. Alright, we have one last bit of the tournament. This is a recital. We're almost sure to lose. I'm going to attempt to qualify for it anyway, just so we have a chance of winning. So, we go down to the training area. We see our knights practicing together. We encourage our knights to watch the opponents, and in that way, steal their word from them, ensuring that we're speaking better than anyone else. Here we are in the study of the person who's writing us a book on intrigue and seduction. She looks at us in a seducing kind of way. I gaze longingly into those beautiful eyes. No, this is just a dream. We're worried about tomorrow's recital. We have no interest in cheating on our wife. Thank you very much. That said, our new regent is working against us. Duke Vacho. I don't know who you are. One of my knights runs Salerno. He doesn't like us very much, and he's trying very hard to become an empowered regent. We're going to swing the scales against him. We're going to use our prestige to show that we are the fancy king and he is the nothing. We frustrate his ambitions. Soon enough we'll be back home and take the crown all for ourselves. Once again, though, our recital skills have dropped off, and so we may not qualify. We can go try to qualify or improve our qualifying points another week or so, so one more day. Now we go there. On the training field, we see people drinking and carrying on. We could invite to have some drinks with them. We could make fun of them for being blind drunk, or just say that's disgusting behavior. At the tournament, you're not allowed to... make a scene like that. We'll probably not make the recital, but that's okay. Oh, actually, I was going to say we have to focus on the war, but no. Actually, the case, the war ended, and so we're at peace for the first time in a long time. It's so strange having multiple concerns at once. I need some kind of day planner to help me. First, I need to go to the tournament, then gotta spend a few times to think about the troops. Oh, got some seduction to do. Too busy. Life of a king never stops. Somehow we got ourselves into this recital. We're almost certainly gonna lose. We'll try our best though. I'm gonna show my skill in this thing. The crowd hollers and cheers. I complete a recital, a piece designed to target Sinibaldo. I don't know, make fun of his hair possibly, and show all how much greater my wit truly is. There are no doubts in anyone's mind who the winner is, but in the sheer euphoria of the moment, I feel the urge to loose a new poem upon the crowd. Sicily, cheer for me, you can fill in the rest. One more verse couldn't hurt, or I'll take my bow. So if I throw in another verse, we're gonna get stressed out, because our king is a content fellow. He knows he's done a good job, that's enough for now. I take my bow, I take my leave. Hopefully we'll win after that. The trumpets blare, the masses whoop and holler. I climb once more to speak, speak, speak. I open my mouth, it's dry though. The words will not come, why can't I speak? I try to distract the people by pointing out a monkey, or I can say ahem, as our forefathers once I distract them. A three-headed monkey! They didn't see it. They think I'm making stuff up. How dare you question your king? This is the final verse of our story time. We can make a ditty about coin, regale the crowd with war, appeal to a higher power, or play it safe. We're not very good at any of these things. Most likely one, though, is a ditty about making coin and living a good life. If all you do is spend and spend, before long your life will end. If instead you know to save, you'll take your honor to your grave. Boom! I finished the verse. The crowds have been waiting for the ending. The cheers drown out my words. Flowers landing around me. I'm winning. I think I'm probably going to lose, but let's see what happens. Oh! They love my extemporaneous poetry! They're so impressed with my simple rhymes. These simpletons. 3 out of 4 contests won. We should not have won that last one by any means, but that's okay. A good tournament. We've impressed the Pope. We got a fancy bow and a few more nice items too. I hope I impressed the Pope this day. What do we get? We got a champion racehorse. This character's horse prevailed in a horse racing contest at a tournament. At a faster travel speed now. We also gained Merry Aim, more injury resistance, better archer damage. We also gained Iambic Virtuoso. Our silver tongue saw us win a recital contest. More diplomacy for a while, and so much renown pulling it off. Lastly, we got a prize bow, a prize brooch, and a prize scepter. We can hang these things up inside of our court, our very first items that will go there very nicely. So, to the court, we have 2 open spots. We show off the brooch. We won recently, making us a more prestigious fellow. People walk by and say, oh, what's that thing? Expecting us to say it was a gift, but no, we regale them for more than an hour with the story of how we won a recital by making up stories and claiming it was a much better event than it really was. The scepter, likewise, we talk about our horse. We say, do you want to come see the horse? People say, oh yes, I'd love to see a horse. And then we don't let them, of course. We say, oh no, the horse is only for my eyes. Wow, we're not a very generous host at all. Alright, peace in our time. We have so much money now. I just want to build up the economy as much as we possibly can. But I also want to attack the Byzantines, possibly. We don't have a truce with them right now, do we? Let's see. We do have a truce with them for our 4 years, so we can't bounce in and take the county we want right now. That said, looking like the Basilius is going to be losing his title pretty soon here. So we'll have a new Basilius, and so we can then attack the Byzantines right after. We'll see what the empire looks like after the transition of power in a moment there. But for now, we'll continue increasing our economy. We're back home again, thank goodness. While we're home, I want to figure out who would be a better regent. So we'll notice that our current regent, our cousin and brother-in-law, works only for himself because he doesn't like us too terribly much. If we change the succession line, we notice the people who are down below are much more likely to work for us instead. So, at the very top here, we see Ascanisia de Nisa. He would do well. That said, he's 11th in line. Just below that, second in line, is Giuseppe de Zori, my caravan master. He can't do this job, though, because caravan masters leave with you, and so he would lose his role immediately. Who's number 3 in line? Wait. -3. Do I misunderstand how this works? One second. Oh. I've always misread this. I thought the number was what line they are in succession. The higher the number, not the lower the number, the more likely they are to be regent. Whoops. So, every time I've played this game since Regency has come through, I have put the least qualified person who likes me into that role. Alright, this is better. So this Duke, our cousin, steward, and vassal, is interested in working for me. He's pretty good, and he's also qualified. This will upset one other character, but that's okay. Alright, learning how to read pop-ups. That's the most important portion of any Paradox game, I suppose. Oh well. It's time to start thinking about the next king, because this king has kind of accomplished what he needs to do. Our next king is only 14. We'll find a partner pretty soon here. He's being trained in stewardship. While that's fine, we really need to get learning going. What's holding us back on our current goals is being able to get cultural learning finished, as there aren't that many Sicilians out there and our development is questionably low. So though it's the case that we're part of the high medieval era, we're actually still working on early medieval technology. There's not that much more to do, but I'd love to have a very smart king if possible. This next king is not going to do that job, probably. Maybe we'll get a new one pretty soon. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, I was shocked when I caught my son Lutiu as a non-inheriting king trying to steal from a visiting Mayor Cosimo. So we can make him a deceitful fellow. This, of course, is a bit of a sin. Or we order him to be honest. We'll do that. Our king is not a sinful man. He's just so-so. He was earlier excommunicated, but apologized to the Pope, and now back to being a dutiful follower of the faith. Currently walking in Salerno, we see there's a terrible pox occurring, a terrible pox of the Lombardy. It's a major pox. We summon the physician. We're gonna have to damage the economy. My physician says, oh, it's not too severe. So let's be professionals here, taking a light approach. We trust the doctor, as long as he tells us that we do not have to stop taxing people. Back on the battlefield, mud in my boots, stench of the dead everywhere, a peasant revolt brought forward by Claudio. He's my knight. We're friends now, so I can insist I'll never forget. That's right, we'll remember awful times that happened long ago. Hello, Clotric. Plans to get the 60 income to the future capital. Just build only economy buildings there. Make sure we have the blacksmith built also. I don't know past that. I'm not exactly sure what more needs to be done. High development, I guess. I'm trying to think of everything that goes to economy from a small area. Past that, is there anything else I should be thinking of? Maybe leaders' stewardship? I don't know. That's a down-the-road problem, because there's no way we're going to be getting anywhere near 60 income for a very, very long time. Malud! My beneficiary Katerina smiles and gestures me over with ink-stained hands. My book, my masterpiece is finished. Behold! She wrote a book called Crime and Punishment. It gives more prestige, less stress, and more dread. Nothing terribly useful right now, but we will put it out as our only current book, the only book in the entire kingdom, and it's mine, oh mine. What's Spoleto up to? Hey, last time we looked at Spoleto, it didn't have, or it had a bunch of allies. Now it does not. So, possibly worth trying to get him to join us properly. He's only negative 23. We're not his rightful liege, certainly. That's part of the Northern Kingdom. But if we make our powerful vassals like us, we get another 17 points. If he liked us personally on top of that, we would be able to get him to peacefully join us. So I'm going to try to go for peace in our time by swaying him. I don't believe having a claim on his duchy would help with getting him to join up. I'm not sure on that one, though. We'll see in a little bit. Might send him money sooner or later. He's not a good man, but I like peaceful integrations very much. Feels better just attacking. What in the Sam Hill is this? Tunis has taken territory that I was planning to go for myself. The Tunis has taken the remainder of this island known as... one of these is Corsica, the other one is not. You know, this island here, that's the one we're talking about. How'd they get that? They probably just fought a war for it, as they were all independent counties before. Probably a ducal level holy war, most likely, but they'll get it back eventually. Sardinia, thank you. Sardinia, Corsica, is that right? Sardinia, Corsica? Maybe so. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Alright, realm will lose land if vassals die. The Duke of Benevento's title will go to some random mercenary ruler. That's fine. Duchess of Salerno, her heir is again some random mercenary ruler. They will not lose the title, or we take it back pretty quickly if so. My counselor has died of the smallpox. Yep. So do we have a new spy master we can trust? Yes, this random mayor will do well. And where's the plague? It's not quite in our home yet. So let's go ahead and invite our physician to work on keeping the plague out, hopefully. Also, my marshal has been focused on getting me more commanders. We've done well with that. I'm going to change them over to royal guards instead. Increase our knight effectiveness, helping to train them up some. So maybe we'll end up with another bit of plague in the capital, maybe not. Speaking of which, we already have the level 2 hospice as high as we can go right now. Next upgrade requires us to have a keep building upgraded. We can do that, can't we? The keep is known, so it's big money to upgrade castles into keeps. 522 gold, so we'll have to wait for a while to have that money, or we can keep doing smaller upgrades elsewhere and eventually go for the keep. We'll see. Hey Laser Wars, you've been super interested in the game but scared you might struggle learning progression. Is it less daunting than it appears? So all Paradox games do have a relatively substantial learning curve. Of the recent ones, my sense is that CK3 is the friendliest for two particular reasons. Three reasons instead. Number one, it has a really good tutorial as far as these things go. If you play the tutorial a few times, you will understand all of the core mechanics of the game. Number two, just recently, the game added in quests for a number of the starting characters in 1066. So if you play as these starting characters, the game will kind of sort of hold your hand, or at least point you in the direction of something you might be able to do that will introduce some new mechanics. Number three, you get to choose what level of game you play. So if you want to, you can be the kind of person that focuses on, I will take over the entire world. That said, as a new player, you shouldn't do that. Instead, you might say, oh, I would like to be some minor Swedish count, just hanging out and building some buildings. I can do that. I think for a lot of players, the most difficult thing is making too large of ambitions too quickly. So start small and then build up. That said, it is a CK3 game, there's a lot of challenge. Number one thing to say though is the game's currently free. This weekend, it's 100% free over on Steam. You can download it, you can play it, you can see if you like it or if you hate it. The Ireland tutorial will definitely be good, and so I'd encourage you to check it out. And if you have any questions, ask me, ask chat, we'll know something for sure. Cyber Oracle, good to see you. Hello, hello. And yeah, I always want to encourage people to try Paradox games, because on the outside they seem crazy hard. Inside it can help a little bit, just feel it yourself. And I think it's worth learning, but yeah, there you go. Happy to help, Laser Wars. That's my regular response to, is it too hard? And I've been playing long enough now that I don't really remember the new player experience, but if I got through it, you can get through it too. The Lombard pox is sweeping across the realm, devastating everything in its wake. Some fanatics have come forward in the affected regions, claiming that beating oneself is the way to salvation. My Archbishop strongly opposed this kind of thing. It is masochistic and heretical to do the same. Hello, Noms. How's it going, Noms?
Hello.
Unexpected visit.
Apologize for my delayed entry this morning.
Yeah. It's all good. Are you wanting to be here for a little bit, or?
No.
Nope, I don't mind if you're here.
No, you just continue while I eat my pizza.
You have pizza? What the what? What the what? Outrageous. Noms, welcome to the stream. If you want to talk about anything, we can do that. I'm gonna click some buttons, but it's so good to see you.
No, I'm just, as I said, I'm gonna eat my pizza. I wish I had breakfast pizza.
How was working the new work location yesterday?
Terrible.
It was terrible. Nom's excited to work somewhere new. To be a little quieter and should be away from people and just get some more work done. What happened instead, Noms?
There was still construction going on. And, also, everybody came to gawk at the new place, and the place where the construction workers told me to sit and work because I would be out of the way there is right inside the main door. So people come and say, oh, let me go look at the new place. Oh, hi! Let's sit and have a chat. I'm just trying to do some work. Go away.
I'm sorry, Noms.
Yep.
I'm very sorry. But, yep, might be a nice place to work once the construction's done.
Yep.
I
plan on going there maybe once a week.
That's nice. Noms, I'm curious, what would you do here? There's a terrible pox occurring.
Oh no.
The people believe they beat themselves, God will save them. The Archbishop, who's a fine dwarven fellow, says this is heretical. It's also sexually deviant and must be ended. So, do we say it is indeed perverse, and we persecute the flagellants? Should you be libertarian and say you are harming yourself? Or, if it's true, I'll beat myself too.
How many flagellants are there?
It says some counties. It does not tell us how many there are. But self-flagellation has become extremely common in the county. The local lord has been viciously prosecuting the practice to little avail.
Popular opinion, -10.
That's right, people will not like it if you agree with the Archbishop. If you say they're hurting themselves, then a cult of religious extremists have been practicing self-flagellation in the county in spite of religious authorities condemning the practice. We lose control. We can get control back. Lower control leads to getting fewer taxes and other slight malices. It's a small amount, though.
And what's the last one?
The last one was we begin beating ourselves.
You gain the trait and you lose stress.
Yeah, we feel better about it because we believe that God is coming and saving us, but we do beat ourselves regularly. It's the year 1118. You can imagine how medical care is.
I would say this is just like my job. Choose number 2.
Choose number 2. We're libertarians. We let them beat themselves. We lose control. All right, Dobbs.
Well, you can get it back.
We can get it back
it's
eventually.
Like 0.2% or something.
It's fine. Look at the swelling of the Lombard pox. Our capital's right here, so it's still safe and secure, but you see the bloody map pieces. This is an add to the game recently to see where plagues are happening. So if you look around, you can see it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
It looks like a skin condition.
The pox probably is a skin condition. It looks perfectly right. Cyber Oracle, you may have just bought in this game. Awesome. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, let us know. As many people say, this is a soap opera simulator in guise as a map game. Especially later in the game you get, everyone is hooking up with everyone. It's ridiculous. Here be some secrets. As I lean over to pick up a scripture to study, my son, Bahamund III, or he will be Bahamund III, barges through the door, interrupting my tranquil solitude. Father, you won't believe what I found out about Damuj. He paused to catch his breath for dramatic effect. He knows a secret about our Archbishop. What's that? Secret. He's a sodomite. Whoa! Can't believe it. All right, it is the case that our beloved Archbishop likes us okay. If I blackmail him, he will not appreciate that. But we can get some of that sweet, holy cash, possibly. That said, we could also tell everyone about his secret. For now, we'll keep it quiet. We know what you do in the shadows. Past that, there's something else I wanted to do. Don't recall what it was.
I'd like to point out that Frogod has lost 65 pounds from not eating pizza.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That's
hey, Frogod,
amazing.
Congratulations. Probably not just not eating pizza. There's probably more to it. Nonetheless, hey, congratulations on achieving your goals, my friend.
Wow.
Well done, Frogod.
That's a lot.
For sure. Speaking of money from the church, the papal credit card is ready. Pope Sergius, with his filthy rich ways, says, you know what, you've been a good Catholic, here, use my credit card. We say heck yes, and with that we become very, very wealthy all at once. May the funds help us spread the true faith in our lands. We'll definitely use that money for Christian purposes. Notably, I would like to build a new castle in my capital. Hooray! Going from the Motte to the Keep gives us 0.3 more money a month, increases the strength of anyone who is stationed there. As of right now, our capital has stationed a group of pikemen. Pikemen very strong in mountains next door. Good to see. Eventually we'll be going and taking over Chalkidiki here. It is a mountainous area, so pikemen will be very strong there for sure. Hello, Noms. Is this the kind of game you think you might enjoy playing? Nope. Why would you not enjoy playing this game?
Too many things to do.
Too many things doing.
And too much like my real job.
What games are not like your real job?
Grand Theft Auto.
First-person shooters. Absolutely. There's a game called Postal back in the day. It had a bunch of critique. You played as a character who had gone postal and shot up offices and so on.
Oh, that seems...
It was unpleasant. This is probably in the 90s, and people were very displeased with it. Anyway, the good Duchess Roka.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Noms. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I think this kind of game is the one that makes Noms go away the fastest. Especially if I start talking about diplomacy. She has no interest in that. The good Duchess Roka has unfortunately died of the plague. She was one of the good ones. She was one of the counselors who liked me fine. Unfortunately, she's now gone. The only large vassal not on the council is a drunkard who is good at diplomacy but not much else. This is actually a great moment. So early in this king's reign, I was concerned about it all falling apart very quickly. Now we're much better off, more secure as a king, because our short reign penalty has gone away. Because of that, we can get rid of our lowborn chancellor here and put in the Duke Pandolf instead. He's probably going to die of one of the poxes, we'll see. And then we can have a random marshal who is very, very strong. One of our knights takes that over. So all the big vassals should be happy, at least for the moment. We'll see, we'll see. Do we have a series of interesting archbishops? The Blind Rake and the Gay Dwarf? Nope, those have been the last two archbishops. They're all big old sinners. But at the same time, they are trying their best to help me learn stuff. We appreciate that. Okay, I noticed that the papacy is currently covered in plague. Is the Pope himself? The Pope is so far doing okay. That's just fine then. Think about war ahead. Hey, delightfully, Tunis became Sardinia. So Tunis has formed the Kingdom of Sardinia. That's a kingdom that I wanted. And so now suddenly I'm looking at this Sultan and feeling the thoughts of pure rage. They have an alliance with the ever-popular Kingdom of Africa, who's a fair bit stronger than they are. I'm probably strong enough to take both of them, especially if we have a worthy ally. Our worthy allies right now are Denmark, and that is all. So we have a number of boys. Might be worth trying to get some marriage figured out. Let me first work on marriage for the number one son. Number one son is not yet fully educated. He's going for stewardship though, so I'm going to pretend like his stewardship will be pretty good. Other than that, pure garbage. Pure garbage, this kid. So let us see who we got. Well, the Dogaressa of Venice wants to get married. Really? Well, that's kind of fun. Alright, not for son number one. Not for son number one. Son number two can marry the Dogaressa. Venice was attacked earlier by someone. It may have been Croatia. So this would be a strong alliance for them also. You know what? We'll look after Venice. They'll accept patrilineality. That said, how does the succession of Venice work at this point? Male preference Republican. So with a Republican, they have a vote, correct? Upon successor, all rulers titled will be given their successor. Oh, isn't it the case that succession, though, operates differently there than normally? At least in CK2, they had merchant republics up and going. No idea how it works now, but they'll take matrilineality or patrilineality. We'll do that. Sicily and Venice, they love each other. Once you're an emperor, should you personally hold all king titles? You don't need to. Eventually, you'll have a large enough empire that you won't be able to keep all the dukes under you directly. Then you'll have to spin out kingdoms. But sure, I mean, if you want to keep kingdoms, you can. I mean, the answer to every CK3 question is, it depends. So if your dukes hate you and you need to find some way to make them happy very quickly, give them a kingdom that they're reporting to. The people who are in duchies that you hold the kingdom of, if it's not your top title, will be cranky that you hold their title that they would like to have. As always, it just depends. And if you're new to the game, the way to discover how to help people is to go to them and hover over top of the opinion bar here, seeing there why they like you, why they hate you, and what you can do to help with it. We imprisoned a family member a while back. We imprisoned this kid's... I actually don't know who we imprisoned. I thought it was his mother. But he is born... Oh, his grandmother actually was imprisoned, I believe. Who knows? Anyway, son number one needs to get married. And ideally someone who's not titled. So let me go ahead and say exactly that. There's ruler. No rulers allowed. But ideally someone from a worthy family. So the Duchy of Normandy has a daughter named Cecilia. She is pretty bad at learning, pretty good at diplomacy. I'd like someone with good learning and diplomacy, and dip bourgeois here. That's not said for sure. We could go for, but she's a little bit on the older side. So I'll make another modification to our filters here saying, let's say within 5 years. We look again. Young Cecile's on top. I'm going to do sum of all stats and see what we can possibly get. A woman of Mesopotamia, an apostolic Christian. That's weird. We had a chaste person, no thank you. We have someone here who's at 23 in diplomacy, not so good at learning. Alright, a 9 and 11 is probably fine, and she's lustful. I look forward to getting ourselves a bunch of children. We'll have an alliance with a minor city somewhere. She's from a family, an obscure family led by some mayors. We are marrying down, but for love, what else can we do? We get 150 troops in this marriage. Great. We have one other son to check out right quick. He's 9 years old. He's a deceitful little snake, but he could probably get us a marriage. Well, it is the case that the Holy Roman Emperor comes forward and says, yes, do you want to marry into our family? The HRE title, of course, does not descend through the family. That said, the Kaiser's 25 years old. So this Kaiser will probably be a Kaiser for a very long time. Yeah, I will definitely accept the HRE as a marriage. We're introducing dwarfism into our family, but it's on a non-inheriting line. That should be fine. All right, that's kind of unexpected. We're in a much, much stronger position than previously. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Doja Venice tends to run in families despite the voting step. Yeah, in CK2, Merchant Republic's voting step was limited to a number of great families. I think by default there are 4 great families in Venice, and you could play as one of those 4 families. You had to build up your family's reputation so that your family would be voted in as Doge over and over again. But that's not yet part of CK3. I'm sure eventually it will be. We'll see. Alright, my Marshal is big cranky that people are dying to the pox. 3 people yesterday, 5 people today. Lest we're left with only corpses and no hope for victory, we must stop the pox. Ciro's words are good and true. He's saying people are dying everywhere. So we could raise our wages, making our troops a little more expensive to keep around. Oh, when I say a little more expensive, I mean extremely expensive. And also they're poorly trained soldiers instead. Number 2, soldiers are like peasants, their job is to die. Or we close the barracks door. If we close the barrack door, our military strength drops so much for 4 years, but we keep our legitimacy. All of these are bad occurrences. All of them lead to your troops will be bad at fighting for 4 years. The least bad one is to recruit more people. But, it makes our man-at-arms much more expensive. So currently not raised, they're costing 4 a month. That'll increase by 35%. You can do the math there. As long as we don't go to war for 4 years, this is fine. So I will take that to keep our military in good shape. If it's the case that we're attacked, at least it won't be as bad as it could be. That's not a nice event at all, though. Absolutely horrible. King Ponto, thank you for the resubscription a bit ago. Hello, friend. Thank you very, very much. A message from the Queen, the Dogoressa herself. I almost said Doges. She's interested in getting married. We love that. Our family is now well married, notably to the HRE, and that is absolutely delightful. I kind of want to use the Holy Roman Emperor to go beat up on Sardinia. Now, I said just a moment ago, I don't want to fight for 4 years. Do you believe that I can maintain peace for 4 years? Is that actually possible? It's not. I can guarantee I'm going to forget between now and 11/23 that there's a bit of an issue. Speaking of a bit of an issue, the Pope has granted himself a claim on my kingdom. This is such a funny way of phrasing this. Due to your obvious lack of piety, a condition which worries the Church, I've granted Pope Sergius of the Papacy a claim on the Kingdom of Sicily at his request. Signed, the guy with the claim. What a travesty! Alright, so The papal army is larger than our army. The Pope has no alliances, though. I think generally speaking he doesn't. So the HRE will keep us on the throne. I'd prefer not to fight the Pope currently, though. We could go on a pilgrimage to try to push our devotion somewhat, but I think it's a little bit too late for that. Also, I don't want to go questing into a terribly diseased land, so we'll see. Can we sway the Pope? You can sway the Pope. Unfortunately, it's very unlikely to succeed. You get only a 20% chance. Are we excommunicated? No, we engaged in contrition earlier. So we've lost our excommunication. It's the case that we're only a faithful member of the church. That's better than dutiful or better than being a sinner. But over here we see that we are recently freed of the stain of excommunication. And so our piety does not go up as fast as usual, unfortunately, but it's still pretty good. Speaking of swaying, though, we're trying to sway the Duke of Spoleto. I was about to say I don't recall why this is. It's to integrate him, actually. We want to make him like us enough that he'll join us peacefully. So who is the most noble person of whom we've heard? Gosh, it's Duke Michel, or Michael. Are you closer to vassalizing? Only -7 now. Getting closer and closer. I believe at 100% opinion points, it's still going to be -5. So we can become friends, we can get a larger military, or we can make our other vassals like us more. We will be able to peacefully integrate him as long as the HRE or the Pope don't eat him first. Also, the smallpox continues to rage, and we lost another counselor. I believe we lost 5 counselors during this recent plague here. Absolutely awful. Probably the case that my vassals have not built poorhouses or pilgrim's rest or other disease blockers in their territory while we've been in our territory. So more and more diseases are coming through, unfortunately. A bit of a shame there. All right, of the large vassals, 1 remaining. He is not very good at intrigue, but he is quite good at stewardship. Unfortunately, if I want to shift this duke somewhere else, he's not good at the open position. So this angry duke will remain angry for now. I'll just find some steward who's relatively loyal to us. Not steward, sorry, spymaster who's loyal to us. This countess here, Countess Theorodata. She's pregnant. No one will fear the pregnant woman poking through their effects. I hope. We'll see. That terrible steward I'd like to replace at some point, though. He likes us quite a bit, doesn't he? Yeah, the terrible steward's all about us. So if we kick him off the council, he'll be pretty darn cranky. But to have a better steward pulling in more money, I'm okay with that. Best steward around is a 15 on Baron Teodoruccio of Iglesias. He's a beautiful man. I've been seduced. He goes on the council straight away. Happy to see that even after being fired, this guy is still loving us as much as he possibly could. That's what it is to be friends. He understands we made a hard decision. That's just fine. But a message from our Archbishop. He has discovered yet again that one of the counties of Greece belongs to me. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you for Thessalonica. With that, we now have these 2. The duchy continues over into Varia here. So 1 more claim, and then we'll have claims on every portion of this duchy, which I do want to take at some point. Speaking of which, how much longer do we have a truce with the good people of the Byzantine Empire? We have a truce for another not at all. And the reason why is they had an internal conflict that ended up with a new Basilius. So if we want to, we can come running in right now. But I want to wait until he is somewhat weaker in some way or another. And also, yes, we have very bad military right now, and so we don't want to get involved in any wars. Especially not land wars in Asia. My Archbishop bursts into the throne room late at night, a tattered message in hand. My king, I bring terrible news regarding the pox. Blasphemers, heretics are crying the world is coming to an end. The Lombard pox sent by God to mark the beginning of the apocalypse. The gospel is doing little but to stir panic and suicide in the population. How to thwart the hysteria? Alright, so we could order our Archbishop to engage in Inquisition, bringing in even less money wherever there's a plague. Or send the theologians out, they're largely not going to be convinced, or maybe they're right, we can join the cult. It is time for the Inquisition. Going from 12 money a month down to 6.5 money a month, that's pretty brutal. That said, a message from the good people of Benevento. There's a conflict happening between two of their countesses. He's trying very hard to get to the heart of the quarrel. Maybe I can help. So I can spend 110 money to end a war. I definitely don't have that right now. I can order them to stop, or let them sort out their differences. Do I care about this war? Is my spy master versus some random countess? You all keep it going. Not too concerned on that one. Alright, hey Fernand, how's it going? My son is now of age, broad of chest and strong-ish of accounting. He'll be a good king someday. He went to 13 stewardship and then dropped to 11. I have no idea what just changed there. That said, he'll be able to run a larger empire than his old man, I believe. And that'll be good. That'll be good. Another counselor has died. Open chancellor slot. Large vassal who wants to be on the council is so bad at everything. I mean, he is actually halfway decent at stewardship. So time to kick the Baron off and switch to him. With that, all large vassals are accounted for, and we have a very good chancellor again, keeping him focused on internal matters for now. Oh, good call. He lost childhood trait. So for a very brief second, our heir had both his childhood trait as well as his adult trait. Makes sense that would have double counted for a second. The plague is almost done, right? It's got to be almost done. It is receding gradually. The papacy is still aflame, but that's okay. Got a message here. Marrying our son to some random, not low-born, but almost low-born woman, producing a tremendous loss of prestige. That said, he's still kind of prestigious. We accept all the way. Happy marriage! May they produce many a child. Also, I noticed in my inventory I have one open item. It's a masterwork prize bow. We won this earlier from winning an archery contest. More prowess, stronger knights, and more advantage in plain fighting. We're currently using a sword that we stole from the Pope, which is +4 prowess, and enemies die more quickly. The bow is better for us right now, with the 1 more prowess and such. That said, I'm going to give this sword to our kid. Just in case he ends up getting into battles, I'd like him to have a better chance of staying alive. Moving him from 5 prowess all the way up to 9 prowess. He's now high enough in prowess he wants to be a knight. As long as we don't go to war, I'm okay with him being a knight, because my... Where is he? My marshal is currently working on improving knights. So, for the moment, until war comes, he's okay as a knight. Note to self, next war, remove our heir from being a knight. I'm sure I won't forget that. More reports roll in from Messina as the Lombard pox continues to rage. My archbishop slams his hand on the desk. The people expect us to perform some acts to help them. Now I've seen this type before. All we need to do is purge the filthy animals. The affliction surely won't last long without them. It's the will of God. Okay, so we can call the sheep. It's likely to be disastrous, leading to a complete destruction of the local economy, or I call the archbishop ridiculous. If we do this, the clergy will be angry with me and will lose more legitimacy. So we've been trying so hard to get to legitimacy 4. That said, the vassals only want 3. I have no idea what leads to that desire. Why do they want only 3 instead of 4? Expected legitimacy lowers it if you're the de jure liege of the vassal. Sorry, if they're our de jure liege, if they're part of our family, if they're the preferred heir, or if the dynasty has been served for more than 50 years. That must be it. It's 1119 now, so just recently we ticked to 50 years. So that must be why it dropped from 4 demand to 3 demand. So, cool. We're now a rightful king, thank goodness. Hopefully we can continue up more and more. make our children worthy of the title. But for the moment, we're in a good position there. I'm going to call the sheep. Hopefully it succeeded. Let's see what Messina got in response to that one. Messina is down this way? Yes. Messina is in really, really bad shape, and that culling was terrible. We have no control there. No one believes in the state anymore. Development's being destroyed. Everyone hates the king. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I want to keep my knight or my marshal focused on improving my child, but it would be a good idea to improve control to get more money coming in. We've now dropped from 12 money a month down to under 6. Our economy's in pretty bad shape. That said, how's Spoleto looking? Be right with you. Spoleto is down to only 7 points till they join. Yeah, making the powerful vassals happy will be the most useful change. That said, for the second king in a row, someone is making fun of our body inside of the spa. We're having a nice relaxing time, being out there talking about this and that, and someone insults our body. How dare he ridicule me? He's some random Sicilian man. Oh, wait, we're Sicilian also. We should like him okay. I demand that he'll pay for this. I try to kill him, or I'm overreacting. We'll take a joke. That's okay. Hee hee, ha ha, no problems. Okay, 1 second. The plague is over now. Hooray! The plague is over. We need to spend money to repair this territory. We get to it. So gradually, the development we built up again, gradually our income will climb back up. It is now climbing. So with the plague over, I would like to send my marshal out to try to bring order once more. Messina got the absolute worst of it. 9 years till they're fully with us again. My personal holdings should take only 2 years to improve. Only 19 months here. We'll start with that one, and then we'll check in on the other ones. Can we trust the Messina will fix itself? 0.38 per year right now. That's very, very slow. We'll fix it eventually. Marshall will go there next, probably. It's my right, responsibility, duty, and pride to determine what coins are used throughout Sicily. What kind of coins should we use? How about bottle caps? So we can mint some silver coins, improving trade. If we do that, all of our kingdom gets more development. To recover from the plague, that could be very, very good. I can instead show off how great I am, my face on every coin, or we destroy the currency, putting nickel in with the gold. This saves us a fortune if we succeed in it and get 95 free money. I want the development increase, so I'm not going to go for the possibility of things being worse. We're a good king, and so we have some good silver coin out there, making the world a better place, surely, surely. I partially want to move my steward outside of the capital to begin working on improving development elsewhere. But with that said, we really need his money coming in right now. Steward is on collecting taxes. Give us 8% overall tax increase. A faction's revolting. It's the peasants. Rabble, rabble, rabble. No surprise there. We did nothing for them during the plague, and so they don't want us around. A message from a little child. Duke Guy somehow gets himself a adorable little crayon and writes a note. Dear King Guy, you want to be friends? Circle yes or no. We circle no at once. Of course, we want no part in a friendship with a child. We probably broke his little spirit. He's gonna hate us forever. The upgraded castle of our capital is nearly done. When it's finished, I'd like to go ahead and build a next level. What's it called generally? It's not sick house. It's called hospice overall. Hospices. So people who go there to die, apparently. But if we can get this thing fully leveled up, we also will be able to get an achievement for having a highest level disease resistance, as well as having a plague getting inside. There's an achievement for having both of obtaining at once. We'll try our best. Okay, I want to make my large vassals happier if possible. So what's your problem, brother? Your problem is you're not on the council. That's how it goes. Number 2, good friend loves a lot. Number 3, what's your problem? He's a claimant to my titles. He dislikes that we're the king. Now, a lot of these things we cannot fix, unfortunately. Apparently he speaks some language other than the one that we speak. Nope, that's not true. He's happy that we speak the same language, but he wants us to speak the Italian Vulgate also. The duchy building helps the whole duchy with plague. That's very cool. Yeah, I'll need to look and see what the highest possible disease resistance you can have is. If it's the duchy building on top of upgraded hospice building, we'll discover eventually. A message from the Countess Felicitia. She's interested in pledging her submission. We have her bow down. She says the right words. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, everyone around here just speaks the same language, so my desire to learn more languages is frustrated over and over again. Speaking of frustrating, the peasants are revolting once more. How dare you suggest that you will attack your king? There's 500 of them hanging out in Sicily, trying to get into boats right away. I'll let them go to boats and see where they're going, and then I will attempt to meet them there. Yep, they're thinking about coming to... I thought they were going to land at Salerno, but they're going elsewhere now. That said, my adorable archbishop has found one more county claim. We'll take that. We now have claims on the entire duchy over here. Where are you going? There's no naval combat in this game, so I gotta wait for them to go somewhere. They may be heading to the capital, which is just fine if so. Okay. I'm gonna raise the troops, not in the capital, but nearby. I don't want to scare them away. Oh, they may have been scared away. They're chosen Foggia, or Foggia, however that's said. Also, my marshal finished with control increase. Messina is now only 9 years. I'll begin working on that. So the 9 years is to get it to complete control. Even a little improvement would be good. Alright, you made a big mistake, mister. I'm going to send out a commander who is good at forest fighting. One right here. We'll definitely win this. Even with no commander, we probably win. Speaking of no commander, one of the worst things early in this playthrough was that we had a major battle we should have won, and then our commander died midway through, and our morale collapsed entirely. That said, we win that one. Good job, good job. The peasant revolt is no more. There we go. And this fine man goes to prison. He is a halfway decent commander. That said, thus always to criminals, we gain some dread, we gain some piety. The king is rightful in maintaining his throne. Did we say something about not fighting with our sons at night? Yeah, we definitely said that. We say a lot of things. We say a lot of things. Do any of them come true? No. We're negative 4.5 money right now, simply because we're rebuilding the men-at-arms. That's now done. Up to 5-6 positive. Now, I definitely should have put my son/knight into non-knightly duties, but what you gonna do? The keep is built! Hooray! We have a big old castle. Only 0.3 more money, but a huge improvement anyway. Now, I am curious. Do we need our wife on stewardship? Let's check and see. So if our wife goes off of stewardship... Yeah, unfortunately we dropped to only 7 stewardship. We need to maintain quite a bit higher to hold on to our current holdings. I wanted to move her over to learning, because we're kind of far behind where I want to be on technology. So we'll see, we'll see. It's now 1121. 2 more years until we can begin launching wars again. Hey, it happened! The Duke of Spoleto will now join us if I give him low taxes. I will fix that. Spoleto, welcome to the family. You made a very good choice this day. Hey, there we go. More yellow, more yellow. We begin to more fully encapsulate the papacy. Good job. We're now immediately abutting the HRE, our allies. Probably that'll be the extent of our kingdom for a while, though I do want to take Sardinia still. Friends have been live now for a little over an hour and a half. It's time for our once an hour quick little ad break. During the ad break, you'll miss nothing but some crosswords. Friends, it is a Friday, so this is the one day of the week on which we do not talk during crosswords. So let me go ahead and get the crossword up. We do not talk during it because the easiest crossword of the week, as we're going for a speed run. Our fastest ever has been 13 seconds. Let's see how it goes. Gotta get a little bit of stretching in. No talking, only winning. Oh, 21 seconds. Too slow, too slow. Got stuck on Rival and Agile. Boo! Boo! We will not win this day. To get the top score, I have to get every across immediately, but Competitor is Rival. So stuck on Competitor as a person who is involved in a competition. So like an athlete, a competitor generally, as opposed to being a rival, a shape. Able to move nimbly, I got stuck on Spry. Well, Spry is kind of that kind of thing, but Agile's the word. Alright. So no personal best this week, but 21 seconds, not half bad. We'll take it. Alright, well, that's the crossword done. We still have another 2 minutes and 48 seconds of ad break. So... let's go ahead and knock out the universal, I guess. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta wait a whole week to try again. Outrageous. Now we'll talk. Yeah, don't worry. Now we'll talk again. Oh, and you all can always talk. It's just I can't talk. If I talk during that one, I get done much more slowly. Because I have to speak more slowly than I can read, of course. Alright, this puzzle's called... Not captured correctly. This puzzle's called... Two sides of the same coin. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it. So yesterday, I googled around some to see who else does crosswords on stream. And I found someone who had their stream labeled the best crossword solver on Twitch. He's not. He is not by any means. So I'm kind of wondering, should I send an email challenge? Should I send an email challenge and try to set up some kind of co-stream in which we both do crossword puzzles and see who's the best? Because I want him to change his title to the second best crossword solver on Twitch. Because just definitely he's not. And I don't want to make too much of a big deal on that, but it could be funny. It could be funny to see what happens. Anyway, maybe I thought they would only cross puzzle solver on Twitch. Maybe so. Maybe so. We have a cross off. I love that. Star Embarrass. I got no idea. Tailor-made edges, a hem. Fireplace remnants. So there are a lot of things that are starred here already. 1 across and 8 across are both starred. So fireplace remnants, I want to say where ash is. The down here is a U-turn from west-southwest. So east-south, or east-northeast. So it could be Ash N-E? I don't like that at all. Not sure. Gymnast Kamanichi. What's her name? It's Kamanichi, actually. Can't remember. Capital of Yemen is, See, now I talked a big game. Now I'm like, I'm good at crosswords. I can't think of anything. Bleeding Love singer Lewis, again, starred. Moves are... Okay, I'm gonna go with downs. There's too much nonsense on these starred ones. A place to put on some weights. How about the gym? Good. Commotions, Madu. Stop standing is to sit. Can last. Unsure. Embarrasses gas. No idea. Mouth organ. Mouth organs are harmonica. Conclusion is just end. Violent whirlpool is a... Violent whirlpool. Unsure. Annual Books of Facts is called a... Poor Richard's Almanac. Almanac. Good. Online marketing metric for short. There's like cost per milla, possibly. Scorching just hot. So fireplace remnants are ache. Huh. There's something shenanigans going on here. Also, MMTE is wrong. So, is going to be moat for motel. Shenanigans. Back to the non-shenanigans puzzle later. Anyway, ad break done. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see what more we can get done over the next hour or so. I just finished up the day's business in court when my queen and her sister come forward. My queen comments on the furnishings. Don't these bare stone walls drive you mad? We need tapestries. My sister is excellent at her creation. So unfortunately, if we hire the sister, a contented person will get very stressed out. So no, instead we're going to tell our wife we don't need anything, which moves us closer to rivalry with her. Hopefully it's the case that she will not be too dismayed. 1122, one more year of waiting for the return to battle and war and such. Now, we could Holy War. We could Holy War for Sardinia. If we do that, though, we might get other... Alright, speaking of problems, blah, blah, blah. Due to your obvious lack of piety, the Pope has given himself a claim to the Duchy of Capua. The Pope wants back the territory we took from him earlier. It is this right here. Capua, yeah, he wants this back. Must keep the Pope under control. I'm gonna have to strip from him everything but Rome, like the Italian government did back in the 1800s. A superstitious mind. Last time I saw the good Duke here, he would maybe get rid of a yellow hat, because yellow is an unlucky color for people like him. I catch him throwing away half my precious salt, I feel my patience wearing thin. So, I could become superstitious too. We could try to convince him, or instead, tell him these are blasphemous beliefs. We stop being friends. Alright, I'll say it's ridiculous for him to believe these things, but at the same time, blasphemy is what it truly is. We need to keep our friend, though. Friendship matters, okay. Hey, Vintage. Is the first time you ever see me wearing a t-shirt? Yes, indeed. It's the weekend stream, so I'll wear whatever I happen to wear as usual. Money is still very, very low. I want to get that pushed back up. So other than the business with... the control issues, how do we make the large vassals happier? My largest vassal is now Spoleto. He's giving me almost no money due to the tax situation, so developing a hook against him could be very useful. He does like us just fine for right now. He wants a county. He wants to be on a council. He could be a very good spy master. Alright, his large vassal, that's ideal. Good. More stewardship, more good. Continuing down the architect line, as always. County of Bologna claim. Donde está Bologna? Is it up in territory of papacy? Nope. HRE. Nope. Nope. Not right now, at least. Someone's in the court waiting for us. It's a paw full of pooches. A huntmaster enters the room. A gaggle of cooing courtiers descends upon him. Finally breaks past. It's puppies. Alright, what do we do with these Sicilian hunting dogs? I can say it's good to have puppies for our court. I can give one to my dog, or to my give one to my son or my second son, or I buy the dog for myself. Of course I buy my own dog. What's a playthrough without pets for the ruler? Alright, welcome team to deciding what the dog's name should be. This will be a case where we'll use a giveaway. There are too many people here who all want to name the dog, I'm sure. So, if you now type in chat, any word at all, anything you want to type, go and type in chat. In about a minute or so, we'll do a drawing for who gets to name the dog. So, put a quick message in chat and we'll see what's what. Yes. If not, I will name the dog Resorty, and nobody wants that. Is it rigged? I don't think it's rigged. After you say it's rigged, then you win. That's ridiculous. Does the update always spawn a plague in your capital in the first year of the playthrough? I didn't see one spawn in the capital, but yeah, in the first few years of the playthrough, we had so many plagues already. So, names are hard. Well, if you want to, you can choose the name Nosewise, or Holdfast, or Gray. These are all possible names. We'll see. But yes, though plagues are much less frequent than they were when the game first released plagues. They're still kind of regular. About 15 seconds left on the giveaway of the dog's name. Just a few seconds. I'll make sure you get your vote in, your name in chats. That'll be good, and we'll see what you get with. It's a quick message. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2. The winner is Cyber Oracle. Cyber Oracle, what do you want to name the dog? A mod 1. It must be rigged absolutely. Mods winning things. Do you want to name the dog Quick Message? What kind of name? What kind of name is good for a dog? No Doggo McDogface. No Doggo McDogface, surely. Oh, big stretch on the weekend here. Usually when I'm wearing my suit and jacket, my suit and tie, it's hard to stretch. Shoulders a little tight. T-shirt though, so good. Alexander the dog. I like that, because earlier our horse was named Bucephalus. So now I have an Alexander and a Bucephalus. It's all coming together. Suit enough level of Diogenes to complete the trifecta. Thank you, Game Urchin. No, sorry. Thank you, Cyber Oracle. I look forward to taking care of the dog. Incidentally, at the age of 15, our son comes forward and says he loves us very much. Wow. Maybe he doesn't want to get married to the Doggeressa of Venice. Maybe he'll just stay at home. He's a nasty old teenager, but at least he's interested in being good to his father. That's very sweet. Once again, we're rich. So once again, we'll continue pushing the economy as we can. Control is nicely increasing in Lecce again. A little bit more money coming in. Good stuff. And a message from the King of Lotharingia. My nephew is interested in giving me an alliance. So he is one of the major vassals of the HRE. He holds territory just next door to us. I don't intend to attack that way, so sure. I'll take more alliances with the child. Cool. Lutzu comes of age. This is the fellow who hugged us. He's a 2-star in fighting. Frankly, he's a pretty bad son. I would not want him to inherit. Foremost, he's asexual, so no kids coming. Nonetheless, have a good time with the Doggeressa. And yeah, I would not want this guy to inherit ever. That said, he's a son who's also a knight. He'll fight well for us, I'm sure. Let's go on the Byzantine Empire. Looks pretty stable. Yep. How do the rulers feel about their lord? Not liking him too much. Afraid of him, but not liking him. So possibility of interaction there. Is asexual a complete fertility penalty, or is it less likely? It's less likely. There are only a few complete full penalties. Like celibacy is a -1,000. But yeah, asexuality is not a guarantee of no kids. Only it's very unlikely. It doesn't show the numbers, unfortunately. Alright, the Duke of Spoleto now likes us all the way. So, does Spoleto know any languages I don't know? Gotta learn more languages. He does not. I think I can go looking for someone to teach me languages. Find a dual vulgar linguist. Recruit someone to teach me my own court language. Wait, what do we speak? Wait, our third language there is this one. Or do they teach other people my language? Let's see. At last I've found a dual vulgar linguist to come to fruition. The candidate is here, carrying expertise in 4 languages. This is Sigismund. If we hire him, we get a poet also. We're obviously hiring him. Welcome, my friend. He becomes the court tutor, taking care of the kiddos and also helping everyone learn our language. For a brief moment, we're terribly impoverished. Let's pet our dog to feel better. It's time to take a deep breath and find my trusty 4-legged companion, Alexander. Ugh. Atre's got problems. I find Alexander outside, playing with some children. He spots me, though, and comes over. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Now, speaking of bad boys, the Duke of Lombardy and the Duke of Piedmont have attacked the HRE. They want to be independent. I would not mind them being independent. because that makes it more likely the HRE will come apart, and I can take land here then. That said, I'm a man of my word. I will join at once. And I suspect the Emperor can win this solo. We have no money, so we're going to give it a moment here to build up some cash. And then I'll come help, I promise. As God is my witness, we'll be there very, very soon. What's he doing? We trust the Emperor to figure out what's happening here. He's just marching his big old stack down. As long as the enemy stays split like that, the Emperor will win. Well, looks like they're learning to bring their troops together. The Emperor's running away now. Unfortunately, it's time for yet another round of Let's Have a Plague. Mostan's pox is upon us. Oh boy, chance of smallpox contraction is 5.5%. Where does it begin? Down here. We just make a little blockade and no one may pass the water. Do we have a bridge here, I wonder? What if we have a bridge? I don't know how big this river actually is. I'm curious though. Anyways, with raised voices reaching me, I quench my instinct to turn away. The constant bickering of my vassals is enough to drive men mad. Something must be done. I could try to mediate. I think I read meditation. Oh, it is... Wait, mediation, not meditation, of course. I could attempt to mediate, or I could listen in. Let's try to make them see sense. I succeed. I love that one of the two countesses in this battle of wits is a 7-year-old. The other one's a 41-year-old man. Can you even imagine a 7-year-old and a 41-year-old person just yelling back and forth, back and forth? It is not good. I need you to be the bigger person, old man, if you please. Money is in again. Once we're 100 money, I'll go ahead in. Again, we can't support our own army currently. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, occasionally the game allows very young children to do things that are kind of silly. I wish that there were... Uh-oh. The HRE's got 2 wars going at once. Carnathia and Tyrol are both interested in having lower control. The HRE is coming apart of the scenes. Seems rather. Again, I kind of want to let it happen, but maybe not. We'll see, we'll see. What I was saying previously is I wish it were the case that when you get ridiculous requests from counts, like, hello, I'm 1 year old, I want an alliance, that it came from the regent instead. Now, I understand that one, as a player, just has to assume that, the regency did this thing, but it would feel a little bit more reasonable if the letter came, like, in the name of, as opposed to, I personally want, gimme, from a child like that. I'm out riding, and Alexander runs away. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, what are you doing? I can order the dog come back, or be patient. I'll be patient. We trust our dog to take care of himself. Who are we? Who are we to force the dog to do things? No matter how long I wait, Alexander does not come back, but then my cousin and friend and hunchback guy brings back the dog. I thank you very much for your generosity. We have new dogs now. I'm raising the army now, because we just got a big old pile of taxes from my steward. We're burning through 14 money a month. Do I have anything I can break down from the old inventory right now? We're using literally all of it. I believe the Royal Court's got the same situation, where we're using literally everything. Yep, it's true. It's true, it's true. Need to keep my things. We could raise taxes on somebody. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hopefully as we're sieging through these areas, though, we'll be able to pick up enough cash to keep this thing going for a while. Oh, thank you. Forbid Air for being a knight. Thank you for reminding me. There he is. No. No, bad boy. Again, I totally forgot about that one. We have 2 unraised knights. Raise them again, get them moving forward to help out here. Make sure we have a sieging commander running the show. We do not. Do we have a sieging commander at all? Not really, not really. So slower sieging, but it still goes fairly quickly. What kind of money we pull in here? 37 money. Yeah, luckily this area is nice and rich, so plenty of money from the Italian territories. And looks like the HRE has taken some territory here, though we are still losing it by 5%. That's the ticking war scores in the favor of the Emperor. That said, the Emperor is far away from his capital. Well, 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 Emperor guy. I think he's interested in losing this war, I'm afraid. We captured some courtier. The plague is done good. Hello to you, Gilberto. Nobody wants you. You're a child, though. We'll take a hook on you. We'll send you on your way. Have a good life. Remember your trip to the happiest place on Earth. Our dungeon. I think I was the only person we captured, correct? Yeah. My counselor Gervas has died in his sleep. Is that a normal death? One does not know. Alright, so who's our next steward then? Count Robert, large vassal, will be just fine in that position. Yeah, the difference between the large vassal and our best steward is only 3 points, so good enough for now. That said, having encountered the largest vassal surprised me. It's probably the case that, oh, we have no money. It's probably the case that the various members of the council have died out or lost their powerful land and so on. What I see, though, is we got a problem. We can't possibly keep this war going, and the Emperor is losing. So I'm going to finish this siege, and then I'm not going anymore. Using our 12th century GPS, we are now aware that the Emperor is losing everything, so I refuse to burn out my economy for this purpose. So one last little siege. I'm going to just use my assault, kill our people, but take this a little faster. And with this, we should end the war with some money left. Oh no! the Kaiser wants to... Oh no! The Kaiser's going to lose the Duchy of Tuscany also. The Muslims of Sardinia and Africa are coming forward. Oh, poor Kaiser. So someone smelled blood in the water. It's just absolutely piling on. This is how it tends to go, right? Once the HRE starts to topple, it just topples entirely. I'll join that war, don't you worry. Alright, so I would like to leave these wars now. I might need to break some alliances, but we're going home. We need to keep our capital, surely. That said, son number 3, Prince Bommond the Extra, is now an adult. He's betrothed to a 15-year-old in the HRE. So if I were to break this marriage, we'd lose our alliance also. We'd dishonorable so-and-so if that happens, though. So we're not dishonorable so-and-so if we just sit at home safely. Oh no! The Pope gave himself a claim on the county of Capua. So his claims on my duchies and my counties and all the rest. Again, I think he won't attack us, but we kind of got to keep this in mind that at any point, the Pope might get involved in attacking us. Alright, these are the folks from the south. This is the Sultanate of Africa. So yeah, it's the case that the tremendous number of folks here are causing problems. Leslie in Sardinia. True, we could attack Sardinia just right quick. We have no money, though, unfortunately, so I'm not quite sure. Now we're more popular. Hooray. Alright, the Basilius has won a war against the Edesian conquest of Antioch. Well, he keeps Antioch. Someday I will take it. We'll see, we'll see. I just want to sit at home for a while until our economy gets fixed. Alright, so the Emperor decides that he would like to... Where are you going? He's trying to head to the capital of Sardinia to get out of this thing. That's the Emperor's entire army, though, so he's probably going to lose his title before, or he'll lose his battling lands before we can take that. We'll see. This man is being accused of being a witch. He's an attractive man, so I'm guessing he seduced someone's partner. People are envious of him. He's a zealot man, a zealot towards the church. I don't believe this man's actually a witch. So the evidence is merely circumstantial. He dies anyway. Who knows? Who knows? Not our fault, though. But then, it's time for us to have a little walk with our dog. The dog has had a great time rushing ahead. We keep on walking our dog, improving our health a little bit. More marriages. This one with the HRE. I don't really want that. Wait, he refuses it now. Wait, what changed? What changed? What changed? The Emperor accepted this betrothal earlier. He's now totally against it. Oh, his faith doesn't allow polygamy. That means the marriage has already gone through. The HRE didn't notice, though, and tried to send the marriage also. Bizarre. So, the marriage is done. Just no polygamy allowed. You can't marry someone twice. That's weird. Don't do that. Alright, we're going to ignore the wars happening entirely, because they're getting 12 money a month now. Incidentally, my daughter-in-law, Bojana has produced an heir, possibly. Wants to call the kid Eriku. Ariku. I don't know how to say that word, but welcome, child, to the world. Someday you'll be king. Oh, you know what? No, I need to change your name. We need to maintain the line of the same king's name over and over. So it's going to be whatever your grandfather's name is. What's it again? Bahamond. I apologize for naming you one thing, then crossing it out and putting a new name very quickly. Tell no one of our errors. Okay. Is there any way I can help here? The problem is that each of these wars that we're seeing them fighting is individually winnable. We could win any of them, but unfortunately, with all of them happening, we can't win all or any of them. That said, the Sardinians held off the Emperor, and so, yeah, it's just done. Alright, what's the money we need for our next building here? Oh god. There's an uprising in the HRE also. Peasants and the King of Bohemia together decided to attack the HRE. I don't want to lose my fame, so I accept. I'll be there real soon. So where's that particular peasant uprising? It's over here. So Bohemia is trying to get what done exactly? If they win, it remains part of the realm. Oh, sorry, if they lose, rather, it becomes an independent realm. So possibly part of Bohemia is going to break off. I look forward to seeing how this thing crumbles. And the Emperor will be so weakened by this that he may end up having more independence wars. He himself is unmarried. He himself has no children at all. Poor buddy. Poor buddy. So what to do? Throw a tournament, throw a tour. No. Hey, our wife's pregnant. Age of 42. One more child. Can I trust you? That's a little oops baby there. A little surprise kiddo. Alright, it is the case now the Emperor's been fully wiped out. So number one, we lost the war of Kaiser Adam against Duke Hugo. So Kaiser Adam has lost something that invalidated a second war. Piedmont and Lombardy are now fully independent, I believe. But then, during the plague, we smell awful things. I can't possibly waste all my money on a protective sachet, rather. So no. Alright. Got enough money to do more building? Let's do that. I'm such a terrible ally. I'm an ally on paper and nothing else. Horrible me. Hello, Fears, how's it going? In practice, later in history, important political marriages were conducted by proxy. Oh, interesting. So, you wouldn't necessarily have the actual marriage happen, like the, what's the word for it? The ceremony. Instead, you'd have just a letter that says, hey, we're now married. And then actually, factually, you get together and have the ceremony later. So, you're married by the state before you're married by the church. That's interesting. I think I assumed the more recent trend was having state marriages, and in this era would be more of a church marriage. But interesting to see a reversion there, or inversion. Anyway, the mountain fever can be cured with laughter. We have a good hard laugh and feel a little better too. Our stress has fallen to 0, so we can engage in all kinds of terrible behavior now that our stress is under control. I think next time we have some money, I'd like to go visit the Pope. I'd like to have a little bit of piety in our life. think it's about 150 money to make this pilgrimage, maybe even 200. Let's check and see. So if we go to see the Pope, we'll gain legitimacy. Their first pilgrimage ever. It's 257 at default levels. We can save that up pretty quickly. So stay at peace for a while. When I say at peace, I mean the kind of peace we're currently engaged in. I'm out walking Alexander when I see my nephew Duke Guy approach with a beautiful black dog. They run away together. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully they don't fight too much. Hope they're just playing. Indeed, it is the case they're having a little fight, but it's a pleasant fight. Couldn't agree more. Just horsing around, or puppying around, or something around. We lost another war! Alright, so Sardinia has taken more land on the main continent. And my beloved Marshal, or Chancellor, has died once more. One of our large vassals wants me to the council. We can give her exactly that. That man was also my acclaimed knight. So what's the glory level of my knights? Hey, they're both level 2 now. So they've been stuck at level 1 for a long time. What does 2 give us again? The courtly minority and minor vassals like this fellow more. Level 3, the liege gets more diplomacy too. Good. Other fellow, the King's Cudgel, level 2 there. We have larger heavy infantry units, we want them. Sure, let's keep pushing it up more and more. Those heavies take good care of us. My son, at the age of 40, produced a son named Caillou. Isn't that the name of the really annoying bald fellow in some PBS show? Or is that like Caillou maybe? I don't know. I think my nephew's like watching at some point. Calliou. Seems French to me. Alright, let's go with that one for now. Now, this raises a slight problem. Namely, we're still a kingdom. And so, we got some succession problems, surely. Yes, we can keep our main kingdom. Wait, titles lost on succession. Ah, the Doge of Venice becomes the king of Epirus. And the other sons too. Do we send our sons to die in battle? Can any of them go off and do holy warring fun? Alright, so Vows is closest. With the hook, they still definitely will not accept, unfortunately. No monks allowed. This fellow's trained in soldiering, but he's not a zealot by any means. Serene Doge guy, because he has land, is not going to go do anything, unfortunately. He's close. He's close. Only -4 acceptance. Yeah, we didn't marry him off. We could have sent him to the church. And little child, let's go and have you prepared for the monastery. It's only a couple disinheritance possibly needed. We got time, though. We got time. So what remains is the peasant revolt in Bohemia. This one might be won by the king. But no, he's unable to siege anything down. So if I want to be a good ally, I can at least help with this one. We'll see. A courtier between friends. My cousin's army, the visit, has brought one courtier along. Well met, King Bahamond. This is a man named Ascaniu Polizia. He's an august fellow, strong of blade. Welcome aboard, my new knight. If family splits, it contributes more to renown. It does. Yeah, having more independent kingdoms is good. But I don't know if I want to lose my land. We'll see, There's a harvest happening. Unfortunately, it's a bad one through and through. We can go investigate what's happening to cause the bad harvest. We are now Farmer Detective Resorty. Incidentally, someone wants us to go on a hunt. It's 3 months away over in Syracuse. Syracuse is here, correct? Nope, Syracuse is here, correct? Ah, there it is. Good. Knew it was on one of the islands. Legitimacy for hunting. That's a terrible, terrible plague on the way. So we should probably change how we'll get there. Let's get our route modified. So, number 1, we wish to go into the water. Number 2, on the way back, we wish to go in the water. That means no plagues on the way. We need to hire some pirates to look after us, and we'll be just fine. Alright, off we go. Apparently the county has caught its misfortune partially from bad management. Land was poorly cleared, seeds sown incorrectly, the pasture overgrazed. My duke comes forward begging for a chance. And our friend, correct? No, he's not our friend. He's the fellow from Spoleto we integrated. So we could say that he is personally responsible. He might learn. I'll personally fix it, or I take his land. I'll trust him to figure it out. We'll see in a few weeks if he does do so. Thank you for believing, my liege. My spy master solved the crisis. He tells us about it, and we gain one more stewardship piece. We now can have a larger domain, up to 2 more holdings. But at the moment, we're not fighting at all. Tell me what Sardinia is up to now. Sardinia is currently defending against an independence war of Satfura. I believe that's down this way. Yeah, so they're splitting their original territory there, possibly. He still has that alliance with Africa, unfortunately. That's the big bopper down this way. But if ever I wanted to try to take Sardinia, now would be the time. Because they're distracted. You can't declare war on the road, though, unfortunately. So if we get home... If we get home, we get Holy War for that. Or for that. Not sure which I prefer, but I think this one. Our goal is to get home as fast as possible. We have to wait a few more days for the hunt to begin. Hey, our wife's pregnant again. Whoa. We had no children at all for about 20-some years, now suddenly 2 in a row. I have suspicions. I have sudden suspicions. What has she been getting up to? What's going on here? I don't know. We'll see what comes of this. And good call. We could move our wife off of stewardship now and have her work on other things instead. We're going to go just learning, actually, to help us speed along technology, hopefully. The mayor assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. We find a buck. We're probably going to lose. Our stress is at 0. I spend my time here trying to make a friend, possibly. Who would be our friend? Looking for dukes in particular. There are no dukes here. So, are you a direct vassal? You are. You are also... Are either of you interested in any real way? The answer is no, not particularly. That said, you founded your own family. That seems nice. I'll try to be your friend, I suppose. You're also relatively young, so you shouldn't die and cause stress anytime soon. Waiting for word from the scent hounds, the party rests in a shaded copse. Giovanni stands not too far off. Can we impress him? What is he into? I can say hunter nice. I can say I feel bad for the animals. I can say let's be useful. Or I can say the forest is an attractive place to be. He's quite good at learning. So let's say God is great. He does not care about God. He just cares about books in general. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe next time we'll have a friend. But then we see Giovanni again and say, this time we'll pull this thing off. He is picking some plants. If we want to, we can learn about plants, making it less likely we'll succeed. As we're almost guaranteed to fail, let's learn about learning. I'm going to move to the learning tree at some point fairly soon, I believe. But now it is time for the hunt. Let's go. 10% chance of success. He's looking at his sword confusedly. We barely can keep up. The animal is gone. The hunt is over. What a nice time. What a good time. Let's leave our adventure. We became a proper hunter today. A little bit of Wenator ability just for being out in the world. We're now architects. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And if I give up 3 stewardship points, we'll not be able to maintain our... Oh, actually, we'll only lose 1 domain size. Yeah. So we can drop to 3 personal stewardship, which is so unbelievably terrible. But we can at least keep our territories then. So, go into learning. Go into pure learning so we can get development as fast as possible. And we discovered that Count Robert owes me more money. Count Robert, I believe, is on normal contract. Is that true? He's on normal. He's only making 4 money a month. It's completely impoverished. He likes it okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and spike his taxes. Good stuff. Oh, 1 second. Alright. I think I made a slight mistake there. So, my my steward was ready to increase his taxes. I forgot that she was the one doing that, and I increased them myself as well. They're now absolutely extortionate. That said, he likes us fine already. But he's got to remember that at some point we have to lower that a little bit. Well, unfortunate. We're not a good king. We are no such thing. We are just some guy. Alright, in response to that, some guy, Duke guy, wants to be on the Epirote throne. He wants the Kingdom of Epirus to himself. We'll see how that goes. On the way back, though, we find a wandering dude who tells me my fortune. It's an awful fortune. The world's gonna fall apart. Incidentally, we recently got a poet in our territory. Is he still alive? Court Chronicler. Tell us our stories. Antiquarians need it. We still have terrible antiquarians. No one knows how to wear white gloves and polish things. Match the horse, always needed. Architect, faster construction. You have a musician who's average ability, good enough. With our economy being so strong, I don't mind assigning quite a few jobs, but that's a cheesy way to increase our taxes twice. It is. Just wasn't thinking about it. The mountain's fever has destroyed Reggio Calabria. Oh boy, I can spend a lot of money to surround the dead with crocuses. Let's not do that and burn a little legitimacy. We're now not on the road anymore. Sardinia is still busy. It is time to launch a holy war, I think. Let's make sure on this one. So who else is Oshiriner? Oh, they all are. So, is this island nearby enough that that the other people of the religion will come and help them? I'm going to say no, but you know, the answer might be yes. Unfortunately, I have claims on random counties, and that's all. So, holy war for a duchy, fingers crossed. And, do I have a commander who can cross the river quickly? I'm sure we do. Who's peasant roll 3 in? The HRE. Oh, that's not mine. Sorry, this is mine. No river crossing needed. Yeah, the HRE is involved in many, many wars, and he's lost all of them. I'm okay with that. The Sultan Ziad of Africa has joined, as expected. That one's fine. Other ones we'll see. Helga of Denmark has died. We've lost another alliance. We're okay on that right now. Can I raise the Templars? We could use the Templars. That's right. We could do just that. But what does it take to found my own holy order? I just enjoy doing it. What's this? This is new. I've not ever done this one before. Empowered the Sicilian Parliament by balancing the representative of a nobility, clergy, and burghers with the old Roman infrastructure. A new advisory body could be organized for the benefit of monarch and subjects, and mostly me. Palermo gains a parliament building. Representatives of the 3 estates meet regularly here to deliberate on the affairs of the realm. You get more money and more development, etc. You also get high crown authority, fancy. All Sicilian places get an increased parliament bureaucracy for better buildings. Huh. Also, high crown authority might cause problems, but parliament. What an interesting innovation in the year 1127. Asking the people what they want? I'm not sure about that one. Pure poverty is happening. The enemy is now sieging my territory. Unfortunately, that's the ruler right there. So it might have been better to go for that than for Sardinia. Well, welcome to poverty. We're going to be fine. Someone's here. The unknown king. Oh, you'll never believe what happened next. Lamberto will not stop talking of himself and all the things that happened to him. In addition to his endless prattling on, I'm at unease with the stranger speaking so informally. I try to get away and say I'm busy like a king, etc. He then asks if I have a job. I'm here to address the king. I respond, I am the king. He then apologizes. I'm probably not here to leech off your fortune and show myself with your most fashionable people. It's just your court reputation is more talked about than your appearance. He didn't know that we are the king despite that we sit on the seat. So I could spread the word that I'm a accommodating host. I have a test for guests to prove that we are the king, or I don't care if people don't know who I am. We're content, that's fine. I was hoping we'd get money there, but we just didn't. Alright, anybody got some bucks? The papal credit card is ready! Perfect timing. And then, another sun. Man, we're suddenly the sun factory. I am the sun, I suppose. Got way too many suns. Gotta deal with them eventually. You, my boy. Thank you for the papal credit card. So even though the Pope wants my land, he's still going to give me money to keep the war going. We're in a holy war, so I'm sure he's all about that kind of thing. Now, as long as these folks don't get to the capital, we're a-okay. My dog comes into the council chambers. He doesn't want to be left alone. Welcome, puppy dog. Nobody likes that, but I do. The Kaiser has been excommunicated. Things go from bad to even worse for the HRE. Wow, I wonder what he did. He has no sins. What's this? Oh, this is Bohemia helping the peasants. He's a drunkard and a melancholic. He's been damaged in battle. He believes in magical powers. I don't know. I don't know. This Pope's gonna be a little aggressive in his excommunication. At the council meeting, my dog barks around, causing a scene. Bad dog. Bad dog. Causing a scene. Capital next. We could hire mercenaries. Oh yeah. The Knights Templar. Knights Templar all the way. They're not being used. Let them defend the capital, I suppose. I can't afford them. I'm not holy enough, unfortunately. Oh well, oh well. That's why we have to go to the pilgrimage to prove to the Pope we're worthy of the Knights Templar. Someday. We'll leave behind a sieging army here and try to grab this tiny group before they get too far away. Where are you going? Where are you going? Hiding in the mountains. Hiding on the coast. Person here named Boniface has come to visit. He's a peasant. He's pretty good, though. How much money to get you aboard? 85 money? Absolutely not. You're not worth half of a building. Let's run, my pretty. Ring around the rosy. I always end up with ring around the rosy on this island. Every single time. I can move to a speedier commander, possibly. If I have one at all. The top commander is one. He's currently sieging, so we'll change that out. Speedy delivery. Actually, they've stopped here to get into boats. Nope, they're moving again. Speedy delivery. We're going to get a penalty for crossing the river, but in this case, they've decided not to defend it. Bojana has given birth to another son. This is the second son of our heir. Well, speaking of which, are we looking after son number 1? Or not? We should be doing that. I'll look after son number 2 also. More important than our own kids. Alright, we finally caught them. Hooray, hooray. A good victory, good stack wipe. We'll head down here again. In this battle, we gain some war score and some devotion points. Is that enough then to raise the Knights Templar? Not quite. We need 277. We're 40 points short of that. A win. We captured someone's daughter. That daughter is not going to war score, unfortunately. We may have to head on over and fight. That'd be the easiest way to get war score. Hey, did they come to me instead? The Kaiser has lost another war. I showed up, though. I showed up and helped. But finally, the Kaiser's at peace once again. I don't see the boats. They were bringing their troops back on. They're not coming through my territory. So, is it possible they're going to land on the... This part is broken off, I believe. I don't know. That's what's happening there. Councillor Robert was slain in battle. All these people named Robert dying over and over again. No major vassal is any good at stewarding, unfortunately. The Duke of Salerno has become a holy man. I do not know what happened. I like how you dress, though. So he's quite good at martiality. I like the idea of a martial slash soldier guy. So you'll take that one over. Fine. Beating people with his little hammer. And then are the other characters any good at stewardship? Looking like no of the large ones. The Spymaster is, but then are any large vassals good at spying? Nope, not really. So Steward goes to this Baron here again. Never quite know how people become holy members. That said, my spouse has some ideas. Well, you know a thing or two about theology. The King of Sicily should possess a broad range of skills. Wait, do I? We're allegedly a diplomat. We know nothing of... Oh wow, actually learning is our highest. So we're currently focused on scholarship, that's why. So she's interested in me learning about other things. We can learn diplomacy or military or the economy. Our economy is so bad, we'll definitely take that one. Surely need a little bit of more cash coming in. We now hold the war target. And I think I'm just going to keep it as is. Caillou has gained the shrewd trait for spending time with our wife. Shrewd little fellow. Not going to be a king, but shrewd anyway. I don't know what to do right now. A new translation! Oh boy, it's time to translate one of the old languages. The Peripsyches of Aristotle or the Court of Agriculture. I actually don't know the Court of Agriculture at all. Let's read about it and see what we can learn here. I must know. I must know. Hello, Fritz. First Fritz picture of the day. Good boy, good boy. Alright, so it's called the Court of Agriculture. The USDA. Perfect. Perfect. 11th century agronomist Ibn Basel of Toledo, described 117 species in the Court of Agriculture. Alright, so the book about botany described long, long ago. Good to know. Hey, I got a message here. What's up? A child wants an alliance. The Danemarkians, the Danish want an alliance once more. It's not with the kingdom though, so we're good, thank you. 92, still ticking just fine. Let's keep our eyes out. 94, going nicely. Our bodyguard has died at the age of 66. Kind of funny to see someone basically in retirement standing next to us and saying good words. Still no good antiquarian. I guess it's better to have some antiquarian opposed to none. They won't actually destroy the items they're looking after. Let's get a new bodyguard also. It's fine. Good for now. Oh, we have a prisoner. Who dat? Hello, child. You worth money? Hey, you're worth money. Very good. A new translation. My translation of the Court of Agriculture is coming along, but one section of the version I'm copying gives me pause. As we hold 2 feet and spirits rising edges of hunter? What? We make a better translation, write it the same, or the meaning is obvious, let me handle it. Because we're quite smart, we can improve the meaning of that phrase. So wet nurse is for any kids at all, but I tend not to take one if my heir is already an adult. But sure, we can spend our money on a wet nurse. No particular reason not to. We're making plenty of money when not at war. There's no woman here who's able to give, what's the phrase? To nurse, I suppose. My marshal, the Duke Guamar, comes forward in a rage. He's holding my Alexander by the scruff of its neck. He's just a dog, don't you worry. And the army of Africa finally showed up. They're running. The war is actually over now, but if I can get one more battle, I'll be very, very pleased. Oh, they got their big old army here now. Luckily, we caught out one portion of it, so we can get some money here from hopefully capturing people. A new translation! The constant effort to translate the book is tiring. It requires focus, understanding, and staying up late. So we can stay up late, we put the book to the side, or seclude ourselves. We stay up late, taking some stress, but writing a better paper for doing so. Only we started earlier. The shadow over Capua! Once again, there's a drylands fever. Bring me the physician. Alright, this one is camp fever like I've never seen before. This plague might destabilize the entire realm. Desperate treatment for people like us. The early prevention has failed. The treatments led to countless lives being lost already. The peasants, who are already weakened, couldn't deal with bloodletting and leeches. The loss of life has only increased the disease. The miasma clings to corpses. We forgive our doctor, he tried his best. But speaking of people trying their best, Araku, one of these counts, has been sneaking into Ursula's window. Ursula, the princess of the HRE, our daughter-in-law. By the Satan, have you no shame? I always love this phrasing. By the Satan. Oh, shame, shame, shame. They continue to run from us. Essentially, we might lose in the mountains. Oh, they have so many more knights. Slight mistake made here. I'm going to watch for a moment longer. They're running out of levies. We are going to win this because they ran out of levies. I was ready to end the war before the battle ended, just to save some of my people. But more reports roll in from the county of Capua as the drylands fever rages. Domawuj, my doctor, slams down. The people want some help. They want to kill all the cats. Cats get everywhere. They must be the culprits. The cruel eradication of pets has enraged many a person. He'd like that, though. Or we kill the sheep. That might work out. Or don't be ridiculous. I'm not killing the cats. We're good to go. Oh, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose that now. End that war. Cat. Whew. Save some troops. We now hold all the southern island. We gain a bunch of legitimacy for winning that holy war. Also, we have a legend of which we can speak now. By the way, though, we found some secret old book. What's it mean? It's unconventional knowledge. I can do some focused reading on some knowledge we shouldn't have. Comic book, surely. Or turn in the book to the priest. I want the Pope to like me more, so we're definitely going to turn it into the priest. So we hold too much territory here. We'll fix that in a moment. First, our first level of learning. Though whole of body is the standard go-to to stay alive forever and always, we're going down the path of science to try to improve our technological speeding along. We're currently working on royal prerogative for higher crown authority, or cheaper CBs pushing multiple claims. We want that one very much, so we can push all of our claims over in Greece, or the area next to Greece at least. Alright, if we want to, we can spread someone else's legend. A legend about Bahia, the mother of the Sultan of Africa. Why would I ever help them? Absolutely not. I want no part in that. Alright, it is the case we have to give away some land in a moment here. We'll surely be giving away some of these, I believe. What exactly is the duchy here? It's all that together. That said, we don't yet have the High Chiefdom. If I move my wife back over to helping with domain, we only need to give one of these away, which is the tiniest. We got 4 there. We got, 4, they're already leveled up though. And so I think the largely empty holdings are better. We'll give away this one. That's fine. Find someone of our family. You are not the heir, correct? Alright, not the heir. You get this title for sure. Recently acquired the county of Galura. Oh, he's an acclaimed knight. Never mind. My apologies. Can't give that one away then. We'll figure it out in just a moment, because friends have been another hour. Now I've been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Time for a quick little break, 3 minutes of ads, during which we'll do some more crossword puzzle and figure out what the nonsense is in this puzzle. Because it seems that the corners are nonsense, I look forward to getting the middle here. So a weaving contraption is a loom. Type of bean in succotash. Is a fava bean used there? I'm not sure. Was not honest with. Lied to. Steam rooms are saunas. Signature color of the Hermes luxury brand. No idea, but again, a star. Alright, with 34 and 35 down, be unable to understand, like the apt name office grid's left side and word off its right. Okay, so there's the name off the grid's left. Okay, it's Nadia Komenichi. So this is going to be an A then. Moves at a moderate pace. Is it a Y for Nadia? I thought it was an A. Okay, there's some shenanigans happening. Eventually figured out. Green tea powder is matcha powder, I thought. Silent is mum, so it's not fava beans at all. Dao De Jing author is Lao Tzu. That can be spelled a variety of ways. We'll put this one in C. Requiring help is probably just in need. Wise goddess is Athena. Vector's counterpart. I think it's speed, actually. No, it's not. I'm sorry, I don't know math stuff. Green tea powder is matcha. I'm gonna put the match in and hope that's right. I'm not sure it is. Computer desktop items are icons, so is it just cons? Not sure. Extra small is tiny, teensy, not sure. Necklace ornaments. Shenanigans again. Blank the Great, not sure. Contributing circumstances. Unsure. Frozen Queen is Elsa. So, an L here maybe. Is it vector and scale, maybe? Breaking up is hard to do, singer Neil. No idea. Sicilian volcano for short. Thought it was Etna. Okay. Oh, is it Mount Etna? So MT Etna. There we go. Infer. With a U, I'm not sure. So Tsu might be differently spelled. Like a thunderous crowd. A roar. House paint brand, I have no idea. Prepare flour. We need flour. We mill for flour, possibly. Creatures from Endor. Those are the, not the Wookiees. What are they called? The Ewoks. So, is it just the walks parts? There's something happening. Stand in front of a model, perhaps. So, go to the museum and see scale models. A stand in front of a model could be a display stand. I'm not sure. I just want to do the downs. The downs aren't nonsense this time. Is it vector and scalar? Possibly. Day part abbreviations. There's hours. Scene 29 across. No. Put on a happy face. A peasant is a serf, so mill is incorrect. The ad breaks down. We're going to do a couple more real quick. Gives a nickname to, or a nickname for the warriors. So a nickname could be coined, possibly. Dubbed, possibly. Oh, it's probably dubs. The words with W's. Got it. Okay, this is going to be spelled Lao Tzu instead like that. And so inferring is to deduce something. Certain shopping bag of the tote. Let's do 2 more and call it good. Dash through the door. Like ran in possibly. Oh, the house paint brand is bare like that, I believe. Handle effectively, unsure. Like someone once bitten, twice shy. I have no idea. I know the idiom, but nothing past that. What's the mystery of star things? I'm not sure what it is yet, unfortunately. There's something missing. They said there's a name off the left side that's part of this thing. So no, I've not discovered the secret mystery of this puzzle yet. I far prefer straight puzzles. Ones that are just obvious in what they're doing and allow me to just play the game and feel good about myself. Ones that are too confusing, I don't know what to do with. Alright, so looking for someone of our family who's able to take care of this territory for us. Good stewards, please. Non-titled, please. Hello, my friend. You're a shy fellow. You'll do well out there. I believe in you. And with that, we've managed to fix our domain holding problem again. Cool, 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 cool. We can usurp a title if we want to. The Sultanate of Sardinia, maybe eventually. Is that a kingdom level title? I believe it is. Hey, the Duke has managed to finish the county control change. Good job, Duke. Papal emissary guy. Messina's finally with us again. Out here was recently sieged down, so we'll go ahead and improve as well. And someone wants to give me a cabinet. We have no cabinets yet. It's okay. Get to cabinet making, please and thanks. The money we have, we can improve our new holdings. Again, just producing money, please. Lately, my efforts to impress have fallen flat. My friendship with the Kaiser is on shaky ground. I do not care about the Kaiser at all. The alliance is merely pro forma these days. Bohemia, independence. Piedmont, Lombardy, all independence. I'll see how much longer I can hold it together. My translation of the Court of Agriculture is complete. It's beautiful, it's illuminated, we read the words well. People are making copies. We got 1 learning lifestyle perk. Again, handling the improvement to our learning most of all. So now, if we feel good about our money, and gosh we do, we can ask our steward to focus instead on increasing development in our capital. Also, our spymaster died from internal injuries. Looks like he may have gone to battle somewhere. So, what do we do now? No great spy mistresses or masters. Go look at the top ones and see if someone on the court might be good, or on the council might be good. Not really. So, the person here who will like me okay will take over. He's our nephew. He wouldn't dare harm dear old, what's my name? Dear old Beaumont, for sure. Show me the disease. It's not quite to our territory yet. My vassal costs me. He's heard of my patronage of Berenger the Carpenter. He wants to give me money to help pay for the lovely book, lovely cabinet, lovely whatever it is. We appreciate that generosity very, very much. It's crazy to see how my money swings based on is the army raised. Absolutely. We just need to make sure we have enough money saved up that the economy does not collapse when we have a war ongoing. But the money keeps coming in, and we're fine. Okay, what else would I like to be working on? We know we can go to war for this, again, if the Byzantine Empire is weakened. They're currently in at least 1 war, maybe 2. We're in 2 wars right now, looking real weak. One of these is an attempt to get a new duke, or a new Basilius rather, so it's probably not a great time to attack, because he's in the midst of losing that war very quickly. But, could I snag this? I'm feeling like snagging. Anyway, our second son has produced a little daughter named Giacinta. Welcome to the family, Giacinta. Speaking of the family, the little puppy dog has been taking care of Count Giovanni. What a good boy, what a good boy. You know what? Let's go to war. I don't really want to do so, but feel like a time to do so anyway. I can only push one claim still. Never mind. Do I want to say never mind? If I could just take the county with the mine, I'd be very, very happy. That's you, correct? Yeah, that's you. Okay. 2 battle. Quick little adventure, in and out, 10 minutes. Gonna be fine. And we'll march over on the way. Watch the money drop pretty quickly. Hey, -2, -3, -5. Probably not all the men at arms are raised, but I'm going to keep it at -7 for right now. Quick little war, home by Christmas. We'll be celebrating in Berlin before Father Santa Claus guy shows up. It'll be glorious. What kind of commanders do we have? Someone very good in open terrain, unfortunately. Speedy mover. This Duke will do best. He's also a pretty good knight, unfortunately. Hate to take him, but gotta go through fast. The plague is over again. Spend money to repair. Hooray, hooray. Having spent that money, we now have basically no money for this war. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's some inspirations. I'd love a critique of the cabinet I'm making, my lord. It's currently only a dusty, beaten-up cupboard. Oh, that isn't the piece. He opens the cupboard and inside a tiny little model of the cabinet. Ornate, stone, gilded, about the height of my finger. What do you think? I'd say this must be a prototype, or instead it's perfect. I adore it. So we can keep just the miniature cabinets, but no, we must keep paying, because I want fancy cabinets. That said, we now have a tiny little adorable cabinet. Oh, isn't it an item? Or is it a court item, possibly? Huh. Oh, you know what? That item is kept by the crafter, unless you say that's fine for me. That said, I notice all of my items are breaking. We have no antiquarian, correct? Yep. Yep. Still terrible. We gotta repair our equipment after this war is done. Be good. There's not too much good to do to improve our economy right now, other than work on making people like me more. Duke of Spoleto's giving me genuinely no money at all. He's on low taxes. My wife comes forward wanting to offer commentary on the cabinet. No, sweetie, you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, tell me, don't tell him. I'll pass along your best ideas, I promise. What's the siege value here? 4 money. Inspiration realized. We have beautiful cabinets. It gives some piety and some court grandeur. While it fills a slot, it's not all that good of a building, or of a cabinet, rather. Could break it down for 80 money, so a slight profit. Yeah, I'm sorry, I need the cash to keep the war going, so the poor artisan barely leaves and is immediately hearing the sound of fire axes chopping apart his good work. It's worth more to us as kindling than as anything else. Oh, poor buddy. Poor buddy. Yeah, then we gave him 50 money to make it increase the value nicely. It's lovely. What else is uncapped here? This one over here. We're wasting time not really getting into the war target, but that's okay. We'll get there sooner or later. Aha! One of the armies against the Basilius is here now. It's only a Thessalica, so it has another war launched. It has launched another war here. He's winning this one right now. It's the Odyssean conquest of Karakurman. I assume it's out this way somewhere. I assume it's a place called Karakurman somewhere. That said, Andalusian scholars have long devoted themselves to the study of medicine. The polymath Abu Marwan ibn Zur wants to join my court, but he's been exiled from Emir Yasin's court. I have practiced medicine all my life, he says. and wrote a book on a regimen for a healthy life. I'm a sworn enemy of superstition and false remedies piled by witches and astrologers, so I'll ask you to ban such things. So the heathen, who's a very good physician and a scholar and a gardener and loyal and intelligent, all the rest. It's 325 money. I can't afford that. My apologies. Off you go, off you go. He might be very, very good, but we can't spend money right now. We're in that awkward situation of the king has ambitions of claiming more and more territory. We could just have a nice little nation building in peace, but what do we do instead? We just go to war again. Alright, more taken. The whole county is then held. We had 14 money and captured no one. Forward, forward. This place gives us 27 loot, keeping the economy going. We may actually end this particular little war by raiding the capital for good measure to capture some items worth having. Hey, Damien the Human! Thank you for the raid. How's it going, Damien? Hope you had a good stream. Thanks for being with us. Lovely seeing you. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. The Pope invites us to a tournament. This is the Pope who excommunicated us and who gave claims against us. That said, always glad to go to a tournament. Always a good time. It is the case that our men fight in the fields, but we will fight on the battlefield instead. No, one second. Won't fight on the battlefield. Instead, we'll fight on the tournament ground. Why are we at war? Because I would like this county right here. Has a mine in it. Off to the tournament of the Vatican. Our best friend becomes a regent for us. While traveling along, we find some disgusting looking food, but I kind of want to have it. So I say, I am the king. I want pizza. I think it's the first time I've ever had this event in Italy. I think very much I've previously had it in Germany, where it's like, I want soup, give me soup. This time, I want my pizza, give me my pizza. Pizzas are for peasants, we have finer food at home. I want pizza. The food is disgusting. Apparently pizza's too bad for a fellow like us, unfortunate. But walking along, we meet a man named Michael Stipe. It's Michael Stipe. He's bested dozens of men in combat. He wants to fight us also. You know what? We're a better fighter, so let's beat the dickens out of him. He wins the fight. Everyone's disappointed in me, unfortunately. Alright, buddy, you're kind of in the way. You're not someone we're actually hostile to, but there you go. Damien, you're playing the game. CK3 also is Terminator Gandhi in India. I've enjoyed the one India playthrough I did. I'm really hopeful at some point we get a DLC that's focused on India, because right now it's a little bit plain, honestly, but India's a cool place to play. Whichever way, we see in the distance Rome, stopping for a great obelisk where a local recounts that at the top, Julius Caesar's ashes are in a box. We can't climb and get it, but in Death is in Life, Caesar's elevated above all Romans. My caravan leader says we should learn about the city, so we can think about how fragile life is, learn about the city, or say, I don't care. I do want to think about the fragility of life, but unfortunately we're a content person who's cool with how life goes. If we accept that one, we'll get half a level in stress. Let's do it. Giuseppe and I discuss life and death. We begin to write some history, gaining more legitimacy. We can also commission an epic. Not that we have the money for that, but one of these days. Welcome to the Vatican! The Pope and I have a good laugh. We're reveling through and through. We're nearly guaranteed to become a competitor in the archery contest. The last time we won it, surely we'll win it again. So let us go ahead and use this visit to go to the tavern. Ha! Knave! I hear someone shout as I open the door. The man grins, pleased, while he takes the gold on the table. Bah! His opponent complains, slapping the wood as he gets up. The stranger locks eyes with you, bows slightly. Would the king wish to engage in a game of cards? I lay mine down, and you bet if yours is higher or lower. Winner takes it all, as simple as it sounds. 5, he says, putting down his card. My card is higher. I win 10 money. Not much of an event for our king, but it's nice to win anyway. Good, good, good. The Basilius has founded a new alliance with the Duke of Moskva. Where's that? This way. There it is. Near Bosnia. Cool. No Duke will be a concern for us. 51 money for taking Thessalonica. That's great. The more we take, the better off we are. We continue beating up all those people on the way. An enemy joins in. The Duke Constantine has 1,600 troops. It is involved in so many wars for the Basilius. The Basilius has lost one war. So, Duchy of Moesia has been taken. Carpathia is getting huge. Goodness gracious, might be an issue in a while, we'll see. Welcome to the archery contest. Last time we won, shall we win again? I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna waste all of the money we're using for the warfare. Bet on me. If we win, we gain 44 money. We could bet on Roberto and get 280 if he wins, but Roberto's likely to lose, so I'll bet on myself, thank you. I flex the bowstring a few times, I limber up, I send forth an arrow. It struck the target's nail right on the head. Good job, good job. The issue with the ongoing war. The crowd murmurs placidly as my opponent Baldemar takes his mark. He turns petulantly and addresses the crowd. Silence! Have respect for the competitors! I mentioned this before that last week before, my wife and I went to a rugby match, and every time the kicker would step forward to try for a point after, there was a big sign that went up on the signboard saying, "Please respect the kicker." We all did get quiet during it. All right, so we cough loudly, causing a scene, making the man miss his shot. That said, it is time for us to take another shot. I can be one with the bow. I can get a better arrow. I can do some beat boot mathematics and figure out the trajectory, or just shoot normally. Let's do beat boot mathematics, trigonometry, and shoot well. Step forward, knock. I'm winning. I don't think I'm actually winning, but I'm winning. Incidentally, I won! It said 20% chance. I think something may be bugged in this achievement, or in this event. That's twice in a row we've been below 30% chance of winning, and then we won. Anyway, a big win. We'll get ourselves a new item we can break down, thank goodness. Also, my regents increased Countess Theodora's feudal taxes. It's an abuse of power. My regent's just trying to help me, but he's abusing people by increasing their taxes. Nice. Nice. Got a message here. Basilius wants white peace. Surely not. Don't you be ridiculous. This war will be over when I win it, and not until then. Because we won that tournament round, we have 600 money now. Someone wants to go on an adventure. Benno von Wittenberg wants to go to Eastern Europe. Heck yes. We will always send the adventurer on their way. Even if they're a very bad adventurer, it is grand to do. What's happening in Tournamentville? We're again guaranteed to qualify for wrestling, so with the money we have, we'll go visit the artisans now. I find Manfred cutting some cloth. A couple tables have been disposed to show his work. He's interested in helping me adorn my attire or improving an artifact. So we could have Crime and Punishment, our one book, improved. We could buy a ribbon itself. The ribbon is worth a little prestige, a little seduction. I can get some banners, make people cheer for me, or just give them some money. Let's go ahead and decorate our Crime and Punishment, giving it a little bit more prestige, looking very fancy. Nice. With the money I have right now, I most importantly need to repair my breaking items. With 1 year remaining, we get that one made. Fantastic. And other items are not so bad. Fix that one also. With so much cash also, I want to make at least one new building. Our capital can have an increase in any of the buildings, because it now has level 2 keep. We'll begin by making the sick house into an infirmary. In times of war or plague, the infirmaries offer a second chance to poor afflicted victims, presuming they make it there in time. Alright, lots of money spent, but happily we have more building, more money, etc. Plus 43 war score now. We capture a local count who has quite a bit of cash. Let's go and take that money. Thank you much. And then, it is the case that we've taken the war target, so we'll start getting ticking war score now. I'm going to drop back and fight this group, though they're not part of the war against us. We do see an army there. It's going to try to probably uncap from the back. The Basilius is involved right now, still in 3 wars. Kind of thinking of rushing the capital. That said, the capital has 4,400 guards. Our army's only 5,400, so possibly they won't be able to siege it down all the way. That said, he has measles. My adventurer, who is going to die mere seconds from now, wants to depart and is curious what I would like him to find. I'm going to let you find whatever you want. I believe in you. Please don't die of the measles. That said, it is time for us to rip our shirt off, hear our music, and come marching into the ring. We're fighting the Count Baldemar of Tivoli, a 10 in personal combat versus our 22. Show those guns, man. Let's get betting on ourselves. I believe in me. Now we rustle. I am winning. The crowd bays for blood. I can punch him in the liver. We can lock up his warriors. We can feint or keep it simple. We have a little bit of a grappling contest. We grapple him to the ground. A winner is us. Bare knuckle boxing fun. One person's are the competition. Who is next? Next up is a bout for us against Count Stefano. He with a 14. Let's keep it going. Stefano lands on me hard. I grab around. I feel his buttocks. We're already known as a dirty fighter. We continue being even more dirty. Oh, it's terrible. I cuff away a rivulet of blood from my forehead and muse what to do next. We lock up his warriors once more. We show ourselves to the crowd. Everyone cheers. A second victory for us this day. And then there were 2. Roberto is through to the fight. This man with his tiny little arms, tiny little body will be fine food for us. I can do it. We cautiously circle, calm for the storm. We go for headlocks, body grapples, or put him on the ground. We'll do some body grappling. My tactic fails. I'm winning. Grapple once more time. Despite one failure, missing the body, a winner is us. 2 out of the 4 competitions we've won. More money coming in. Incidentally, a message comes to the battlefield. They have managed to get a Thessalian war banner. It's nothing special, but I need money, so I will go ahead and take it and smush it immediately. Go over there, we go there. We're looking for artifacts, the ones we're not using. We break it apart and get 40 money immediately. Cool. Because we won the wrestling contest, we got another 500 money. Fantastic. We also won our wager, most notably. Next up is the duel. We are surely guaranteed to enter the duel well. So let's go and spend our time here. Go into the tents. I greet a band of knights as they wander past me. One struggling behind the rest gives me pause. Spinning on a heel, I call after them. They're clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armor, their eyes wide, but they're terrified. Something isn't right here. I step forward and rip off the man's helmet and discover it's a woman dressed as a knight. She's very good though, so we could keep her secret. We could hire her directly. I'm gonna hire her. You must hire the woman. He joins the tournament as my knight, my white, woman knight, white. Hey Slivers, good seeing you. Hello Spracknell, hope we're doing well today. Welcome to me, you whites. For the next little bit, we just need to hold on to this territory. I'm happy to fight every single group that comes by, because we can take all of them together, actually, factually. Getting some war score, getting some money, getting some fun. This is the group I want to fight most of all, as they are ones who are actually belonging to the Basilius. It's time now, though, for a duel. A duel. Contestants march onto the field, taking their places in the sparring squad. The inclusion of Iwo of Zurich has caused a stir. He's a skilled Swabian knight. Maybe. In my first bout, I'm paired against Stefano of Ravenna. Surely we'll win this one. He's cruel, but I am crueler. Let's place a bet. Let's bet ourselves once again. Must believe in the king. Incidentally, a message from our adventurer. Did he get over his measles? Wow, his true adventure was recovery from an awful disease. A missive arrives from him. We've been sailing in the rivers. Locals told us the river had dried up ahead of our vessel. Instead of giving up, we've gotten all Fitzcarraldo and carried the boat over the top of the mountain. Can you imagine what we did next? The boat survived its journey, surely. The boat indeed survived its journey. Benno von Wittenberg's done a good job. That said, a hobbled combatant. Looks like Stefano has gotten hurt. Dust is being thrown up under his foot every time he takes a step. Is he limping? I could attack his weakened leg, or say that he's bluffing. I attack his weakened leg. He was bluffing! Son of a gun! A screeching chorus of metal rings out. I'm winning this fight. I must hold out. Remember my training? I mock him. I bluff. Or we fight normally. I mock him. Mocking wounded people. That's your tip today, friends. If ever you get into a fist fight on the streets, even if they're swinging wildly at you, you say, I'm the king. I'm the king. They'll be so confused they'll run away. You also have to flex, apparently. I'm the king. The dual quarterfinals are over. We next fight against Count Baldemar. I like his armor very much. What's my armor look like? Trash by comparison. Baldemar is a not good fighter at all. He's a spy master, though. It might cause some problems. Alright, I can do this. Baldemar lets out a cry between a gasp, a cough, and a groan. He's trembling as he falls over, doubled over. Ha ha, I got you now. Before the duel contest begun, someone's been caught in the act of sabotage. It's strange to read before the duel contest has begun when, you know, the duel contest has begun already. Anyway, the Pope notices that the other fellow has tampered with my armor. He's been disqualified. Shame, shame, shame. But then, in the same fight that he's been disqualified for, we continue to battle. We say we don't care about the Pope. The other duel has finished. Okay, I guess it's not going to show me the final result because that duel had already been resolved by the Pope disqualification. Papal writ of disqualification. The final battle is against this random Swabian man who joined at the last moment. Surely I can do this. The blades clash. Quick as a viper, I step in and kick him as hard as I can. A shrill cry pierces the air. We hurry over to see Stefano. He's had a random sword pile into him. We guess he's alright. How are you, Stefano? Who's Stefano? Some random courtier. No, we keep fighting. We never ever stop. The final bit of battle, we win. 3 contests, 3 wins. Bingo, bango, bango. Big wins, big good. More money, keeping the war effort going. That said, unfortunately, Pasquale de Castro Guvignani was slain in battle, possibly the duel. More wins, 1,000 money. Cool. So time to do some more building. We'll go and increase our port from being a fishing net weaver up to a proper trade port, pulling in 0.2 more cash and more development growth. We'll then make some also more buildings, going from a basic crop field to a hamlet instead. And I'm feeling a little lucky. Let's do even more building. From a level 1 hospice to a sick house instead. Papal prizes are going directly to our pockets instead. Good to good. Also more learning. So scholarly circles, we get more learning as far as we've been a devoted person. Our piety is climbing a little bit. Hopefully it's the case that we can get our piety up quite a bit. And in that way, I get even more learning. So to help with that, oh, you know what? So I want to go to the temple. To get more piety. We may not qualify, so to the tourney grounds. We see a race between birds. We could learn from this, gaining some falconry. We could say they must have worked very hard to get there. I worked very hard also, and become a favored contestant. So we've gotten into the horse race as well. The war is continuing. Huh, we're losing this one. Huh. How'd that happen? So, I wasn't watching closely, and something happened over here. Huh. That victory was not against the Basilius' forces, so we don't lose any war score. We're not quite starving yet. I actually wonder what we missed there. Huh. Got a little distracted. Either way, it's time for a race. Time to bet on ourselves one more time. Then I missed the betting button. This is not the betting page. Question is, who should we hire as a rider? It's Nardio. Pretty bad at personal combat. Bohemond, my heir, a little bit better. Or Giordano, who's even worse. Alright, my son, ride fiercely. Here's the betting now. Do we believe our best horse, Sicily Rush, can win? Or Bacchant, or the Pride of Brescia? I'm going to say that Sicily Rush. What a terrible name that is. I need to change the name of my racehorse. Among the comers in the race, it's no secret who their favor is. It's Friedrich, his rider. Friedrich's rider's name is Friedrich. Or maybe they don't show me who the rider is. Whichever way, Friedrich smiles smugly, knowing his rider has the support of the crowd. How do I sway the crowd to support me instead? I can say, behold, my son. Or I can make fun of Friedrich. I say, behold, my son, for sure. The crowd's unimpressed by my boy. Don't worry, boy, your father still loves you. I have no idea how we lost that battle. I'm still really struck that we have... One second. Be right with you. Is it just they have a ton of knights? Yeah, so even they have a much smaller army, it's a bunch of knights. So that might be it. I got unlucky though. I gotta try it again. Anyway, back to the streaker on the field. We could laugh and lower our stress. It's not a big deal. Time for the final lap. There's one lap to go. How do we encourage our son? Extra pay, or him to hit someone in the face, or to grab the reins, or just tell him to go faster. So we're unlikely to succeed in any of these. My son is not a good rider, so we'll just tell him to go faster. The crowd reaches a crescendo. The riders urge their steeds on. One more push. And I think is the winning page. We won every single event. Archery, wrestling, a duel, and a horse race. It's all mine. I should have lost that last one. That said, I had the finest aim in archery. My horse finished first. I was the indomitable opponent. My superiority had me take first prize in the duel. This is the kind of tournament I feel bad for anyone getting involved in. This is clearly fixed and rigged. We had a great time. We got so many items. We got so much money. We got so much legitimacy. It's good to be the king, don't you know? Yeah, we're gonna lose this again, apparently. Huh. I don't really want to fight them then. I need to go here and take this. I don't want to white peace with the Basilius, because again, these folks are not the Basilius. It's a claim on the Empire. So it's the case that if we don't win this, then when the Basilius changes, it won't invalidate the war, I believe. So I'm actually factually just going to stay out of this for a little bit. I'm going to stay here and refill our food. And then when that's done, we can rejoin the war when the Basilius flops, I believe. Or flips, rather. Alright, big winner, big winner. Got the achievement Little William Marshall. I thought that was true. I thought it was coming. Oh, very good, friends. So this is an achievement we actually earned once before, but it didn't pop up. This is a very hard achievement. All the way at the bottom. Win every contest, the grand tournament, at least 3 contests. I thought we had already gotten this one, but it didn't pop. So there you go. Another achievement done. Closer and closer to 100%. Check. 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 Fantastic. Little William Marshall. Good job to you. Good job, good job. Surprise achievements are best achievements, for sure. Please end this war. You're very close. Very, very close. We made it home again. Thank goodness. We still have so much money. The Regency ended. My friend took care of his place pretty well. Let's get an even larger trade port. It becomes shipwrights instead. Skillful shipwrights gather at the port to construct the repair ships for the highest bidder. That is lovely. With even more money, let's improve Cagliari again. Can't quite afford the bigger castle right now. Possibly there's not much else to upgrade. Unless we go upgrade the places that are worth basically no money. Yeah, sorry to these folks. I've kind of been ignoring them all the way through. Alright, so again, the war target is not mine. I kind of want to go grab it again. Because we are getting ticking war score against us now. I hope I'm right that when the Basilius flips, the war is not invalidated. It's not the end of the world if it is invalidated. It's just going to be a little annoying to have to fight it again in a moment here. Just avoid this army, will be fine. Also, we have Fatima Commander, who's not that good. This Holy War, we don't have a hostile face. They're merely astray. So a commander who's good in mountains would be ideal. We have no such thing. So the Duke on top leads us to battle with his mitre atop his head. Chance are even. I think we'll win this, actually. They have the defensive bonus, so hard to say for sure, but yeah. Even though the rolls are very, very small here, we still win it all the way. That said, our friend Giuseppe has died of old age. No caravan master anymore. A shame, a shame. Okay. Got some cash again. An alliance between ourselves and the King of Denmark. I will accept that. Previously, he was merely Prince of Denmark. Got 23 loot here again. Plenty of money coming in. The Hares of Metzoho. We finally have a notification there is some kind of hunt out there for us. Let's go there presently. After out of the war, we'll go hunting. Still on a legendary hunt, but a hunt nonetheless. Also, I have all these items I recently won, don't I? So, we have a new prize necklace. The old one is Fertility Prestige, Prestige for Powerful Vassal. The new one is Get One More Knight. Absolutely. We'll keep the old one around, though, just in case. We also got a prize armor. 7 prowess, 0.08 prestige, better knight effectiveness. Versus +5 prowess and more vassal levy contribution. The prize armor is better. My mouse is acting up. Sorry. Alright, good to go. And my old armor I'll probably give to the boy for now. Can't have him dying. Hello, boy. To you, I gift armor. Cat. We then head into Royal Court. We have 2 new items, both which are pedestal items. So we have 2 of these brooches. They're identical, so I'm going to destroy one of the 2. We'll put the prize bowl out. Finally, we have many items to gaze upon. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Man, almost the entire empire has been taken. This is ticking war score again. My neighbor, the Basilius, won one of his defensive awards. Also, holy cow, look at that. Apollonius's pox. How bad is it? It's actually minor, but it's covering everything. Only 45 people have died from it. I wonder what the most brutal plague in the game is. I mean, obviously it's the Black Death, but I wonder how many people it ends up killing. That's taken again. So I'm just going to walk around and siege wherever else I see. The capital of the empire is not yet sieged, so we could go for that, except for the part where we have too few troops, probably. Oops. We need to stay away from these stacks. They're scary ones. My counselor was slain in battle. Which one was it? It was the steward. Hey, how lucky is us? Are we, though, that Roberto Splet is a very good steward. Very, very lucky there. Awesome. A change in direction. A traveler claims to be employed by my beneficiary Benno. He was supposed to be going to Eastern Europe. Now he's in Shore. Where is Shore? Looks like Western Asia, based on titles. So I'll give him more money, let him explore more places. I trust he'll find me some good money in the process. This place has a little bit of loot, that's okay. We had enough deaths now that our empire can pay for the army. And thank goodness on that. Inspiration realized. Malud! My beneficiary comes forth from the steppe with a terrifying wolf hide. It gives prestige and grandeur and more vassal levy contribution. Alright, unfortunately it is a large wall ornament. So this one goes up. We then get rid of the old one, which we'll never use again. Cool. How attractive. Terrifying wolf. Terror no more. Or chewing through stewards, it's true. Got a whole bunch of deaths recently. I'm going to unsiege the Wartard again. Can't have that, can't have that. Back to it. We're at 69% war score, still ticking in our favor. I wouldn't be surprised if the Basilius had actually no army. He has 3,000 troops still. No idea where they are, though. Okay, we want to avoid this army, so I'm going to slow down slightly. I'm okay fighting this one and then trying to unsiege these things. If they go for the capital again, or the Wartard again got problems, we captured a baron and a mighty endeavor for Heliolid was added to our legend library. So I believe it's the case that someone else pulled off a legend. Yes, 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 yes. Now, we ourselves have no legends we can learn. Is it the case that, yes, my counselor, chronicler rather, can go try to find me a legend to support how great our family has been? We're born of Robert the Fox, after all. Should be very good. Okay. Their army looks weaker now. They must have chewed through a bunch of troops previously. The video game says we will win this one. Yeah, they only have 4 knights. We're countering their men-at-arms. It's a plain, and so our horses do well there. God, more sieging, more sieging. If we go into the mountains, our horses won't do as well, so we want to stay in the plains probably. I'm passing through the castle gardens when I hear the voices of Ursula and Benno. It's Benno, my adventurer. They're chit-chatting about Duke Gregorius. I don't really care what they're talking about. We'll ignore that. Some random Duke guy's okay. But with Benno now hanging out with us, and having brought us a beautiful, beautiful item, we could ask him to think up other ideas for beautiful things to do. Hey, Clamp, how you doing? Rare t-shirt resorty, it's true. Used to be the case where t-shirt resorty every single day. Now we've fallen away from that. The plague is over again. We spend 99 money to keep our territory nice after the plague. Speaking of which, what is my marshal doing? He's still working on control. He's almost done, though. Also, we have a county that has fallen to Islamic beliefs. It changed so fast. It had been Catholic for a long time, and then Tunis took it over for only a couple years. I'm surprised. All right, 97% war score. These people are trying to unseat something I own. By own, I mean have held. So we need to take that back. I wonder what would happen if I stopped wearing suits on stream. Like, how long would it take to not be a big thing anymore? In the same way that I used to not wear suits at all, and then suddenly started doing so. Strange to wonder. Strange to wonder. Let's keep bouncing back and forth between these two. Getting more and more victories. Conversion of the north has partially been finished. We can move our bishop there once more. Seems like these people are absolutely wanting to join the way of truth quickly. Oh, it's not the bishop, actually the control is finished, sorry. So we go control Naples is fine. 100% war score. Basilius hasn't flipped yet. We can go ahead and flip that over. Depends on how I started changing. If I change into a gimp suit, it might go quick. If I change into a gimp suit, I'm guessing that everyone would unfollow the stream, as well they should. I guess I could probably do, though, like, wearing the full suit and tie, then wearing no tie, then after a year, wear no jacket, then after a year, go to a t-shirt. It's the step-by-step progression that would probably do it. That's a good point. Alright, so this is the place we've wanted so badly. It has a mine. It will be our capital someday. We got to give something away, though, and so we're going to give away one of these two. Oristano is kind of small by comparison. Who needs this thing? Not the acclaimed knights. You're of our family. You're 27. You're going to do well. Go ahead and take it, kiddo. No. I almost gave him my new county. That was a tremendous mistake there. Take that one. There we go. Whew. Alright. So, this is going to be a very, very valuable and beautiful place eventually. So, the buildings inside of it are primarily money-making. I want to move this building over to a blacksmith for even more money production there. My dog ran away again. I wait politely, it'll show up. The dog comes back. He got some coins. Probably slobbered all over, but I appreciate the generosity of the puppy all the way. One of my children comes forward and hugs me. He loved me very much. You're a good boy. You're going to the monastery eventually. Speaking of which, let's go and look through succession. It's becoming more of a problem. So, we got a whole bunch of sons who are causing problems. These two counties being lost is not the end of the world. But if this one's ever lost, we got huge, huge, huge problems. So as of the moment, where is that county going? It's being kept by the main prince. That's good. Very, very good. Cat. We can't afford any improvements here quite yet. But soon can. Also more learning, more good. Head down pedagogy now to give our wards more perks. And someone wants to make me some armor. He's legendary. We have a green armor right now. I'd be glad to go higher than that if possible. So we give him all the money. That's a nice little period of peace. Honestly and sincerely, I don't know what I want to do next. Like, possibly take this from Tunis, possibly go on an African adventure. I mentioned earlier going on a pilgrimage. I guess we could do that, but feel pretty good about what we got right now. Just a matter of getting more money and more technology, especially. Mysteries of the Scriptures. My grandson Bahamond, who will eventually be king, is trying very hard to realize or to read the scriptures, but got confused. They made him content like his old grandpa. We're okay with that. Everyone's content in the family. They're content with being king, I suppose. My knight frowns, wanting to get me a new forge. It's 50 money. It's all the money. That's fine. But then, events are happening so fast right now. Having bought the new forge, we immediately think about fire in a different way. Putting fire on candles, on incense, to look at the angels. Archbishop doesn't want to see the angels. That said, we convince him it's good to see the angels. He was persuaded. He likes seeing the angels too. Now we see the angels regularly. Oh, our alliance with the Dogaressa has ended. So Venice has then fallen to some other doge that we're not married to. Not we personally, but our family. So we got a loose son. That loose son, unmarried. Now that you're unmarried, you're more likely to take the vows. 85% chance we're gonna lose legitimacy for sending away our kids, but that's okay. Goodbye, my son. Think about your poor dead wife. What? 80% chance? Your suggestion for me to uproot my life and scurry off to a monastery is ludicrous. I'm happy where I am and have no plans to change that. Curses! Curses! We can ask him again in 10 years' time. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Succession problem continues. That said, Knight Reynold is making me some armor. Wants a beautiful kind of steel. 185 money to make a higher quality item. Okay. Okay. We're spending our money on that. We're now fully impoverished, but that will be alright. If it leads to a great piece of armor, I'll be very, very happy. Bankruptcy, just a number. Don't you worry about that. Our court is still focused on war, isn't it? It just knows we're in warlike court over and over again. That said, a new adventurer named Edeberg wants to go to Southern Europe for an adventure. That's where we live. You're not allowed to pop around the corner of the grocery store and buy something. No, no, no. We're a warlike court. Let's change it over. Let's become scholars instead to help us get learning, to help us get our technology caught up. That's good, that's good. Okay. A gift! A gift! The mayor of Toronto sends me 150 money for no reason at all. It's good to have vassals. Thanks for the cash. We're rich now. My knight Reinhold comes forward asking to whom he should emboss the armor. To my wife, the Lord, or nobody. I'll take the Lord. We now have enough piety to hire the Knights Templar if need be. My head of faith would give me a claim of Duchy of Tyrol. Where's that exactly? Up this way, into the HRE. So take part of the HRE possibly. I think I'm okay on that front for right now. Inspiration disruptions! Reinhold the worker is very unhappy that Benno the artisan is coming and talking to him. Looks like we have a 50% chance of making the armor better. He does not listen. The armor is the same as previously, unfortunately. Coming out to play. Alright, so this is the Duke. He's our best friend. Unfortunately, he's wasting all of his time with his wife. I miss spending time with my old friend. If only we got rid of his wife, then we could hang out like bros again. She won't keep us apart any longer, engage in the murderation. Or We just moved on. It's okay. Friendship means different things at different times. I'm not going to kill my best friend's wife for those reasons. That said, we're rewarded for our good choices. A masterful chain piece of armor with 12 prowess. Only 2 modifiers, but that's okay. Behold, from 7 prowess to 12. Our first purple. We get rid of the prize armor, more cash. With that cash, we can then send our adventure off to Southern Europe. Good luck. Friends, it is time for another ad break. Been live for 3 hours and 30 minutes now. It is the case I'll be ending stream in about 15 or 20 minutes. It is a Saturday, so I want to go hang out with my wife. That said, we'll go ahead and do a little bit more gaming after a quick little ad break. So 3 minutes of ads, so we can finish up this crossword puzzle between now and then. Thanks for being here. Okay. Stand for a model. What are we working on? I think we're working on downs because the acrosses seemed like nonsense. A boy from Mayberry. Opie is the boy on Andy Griffith's show. Beer barrels are kegs. Nickname that drops an N-E-Y. Whitney. No idea. Metric unit of weight. A kilo for 1. Yukon basketball coach Oriema. No idea. A not bamboozled by is on 2, probably. A sharp turn is an L, possibly, or a UE. UE is often spelled U-I-E. It could also be a U-E-Y. A pre-K enrollee, probably a tot, like a toddler. Okay, so now we're to the crosses. The middle crosses are reasonable. The side crosses, there's something strange about them. So the contributing circumstances are called factors, certainly. Breaking up is hard to do. Neil, Sedana, Sedera, no clue. Prepare flour. You sift the flour first, get the big chunks out. Stand for a model. It could be an easel. You're drawing the model on your easel with your paints. Okay. This side one is goad. No idea what they want there. Most outlandish. Most outlandish. Something est, probably. Handle effectively is C2. C29 across. Okay, this is the key to the puzzle. Be unable to understand. So, not, probably, and then something, and then something. Not make heads or tails. Sadaka, apparently. Heads or tails of. Okay. So, not make heads or tails of is like the apt name off the grid's left side and a word off its right side. 2 sides of the same coin. So it could be like Lincoln's name on one side and the word penny on the other side. I'm not sure. This isn't CK3. This is an ad break battle. We take 3 minutes an hour for a quick little ad break, and yeah, back to it now. Or back to it soon, rather. Violent whirlpool. Some kind of strom. Maelstrom, of course. Maelstrom. Maelstrom? Can't remember how it's spelled. I think it's E-L, maybe. Capital of Yemen. One of those words I remember when I see it. Can't remember now. Choose some apse, like appetizers. You order those. Chimney residue is soot. And solo of the medicine aria. Sanaa. Lima bean goes there. So the middle is largely sorted out. It's just the very confusing sides. Can last. Can last. Okay. Is it possible Jim's wrong? Place to put on some weights. I know that this name here is Nadia. So if it's an A, then the letter I want next to it is an N. I have no idea. I have no idea. Online marketing metric. Okay, so this is to be Ashes. Leading love singer. I don't know. Side's too confusing for Zordy, surely. Okay, most outlandish is zaniest. I should get back to the game right now, but I am want to figure out this thing for sure. Let me just go ahead and add up these last inside ones. My experience was the same as yours. I did too. And lastly, Tug of Words channel. Home Shopping Network, possibly? Game Show Network, probably. So everything's done except for the very strange outside ones. I'm cooking, don't stop now? I don't know. Blank the Great is Nate the Great, surely. Early color TV maker is the RCA. Signature color of the Hermes luxury brand. Yeah, no idea. No idea. Features from Endor Ewoks. Shipper's Supply. Shipper's Supply. Tape, possibly. The person who is once bitten, twice shy of me, wary. So what's missing on the left-hand side here is an E, a T, E, T, T, E. So et. Something et is missing. Before it's an N, an I. I don't know what color goes here, unfortunately. So, IN at inet. Moves at a moderate pace is probably trots. Could I do a crossword in Japanese? Absolutely not, no. To embarrass could be to abash, possibly. Has legs is can last. Orange is the color. Okay. You put a weights onto a bar to push it at the gym. So we have the left side done. I have no idea what's going on with that, but it's done now. SEO is online marketing metric, I believe. Is it a metric though? Not sure. Okay, down here, goad. So to eke on, I believe, or egg on. So the gram is the metric weight instead of it being a kilo. The Yukon basketball code I do not know. Tear apart is rend. Pay for a hand is ante. Tie to a dock is moor. Alright, so the puzzle is done, despite me having no idea what's happening with the starred clues. I know that it's leaving off a letter on each side. Does anybody know for sure? So left-hand side is A, N, T, O, A-N-T-I-O, I, N, et. Who knows? It's done. Who knows? Folks, we have about 15 minutes, 10 minutes left. Antoinette. Okay, wait. The central clue is not make heads or tails of. Is it Antoinette because her head was cut off? You can't make heads? Is that what's going on here? And then the right word is S A L S-A-L A M A N D or T, probably D, E R. Salamander. Ah, because salamanders have their tails cut off. Ah! So head cut off, tail cut off, can't make heads or tails of. Alright. ultimately Wait, can you not see it? Wait, oh, I'm on the wrong window, sorry. Sorry, there it is. So it's Antoinette and Salamander. And so head cut off, tails cut off. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Ridiculous, but funny. Sorry, bring up the wrong window there for a moment. All right, 10 minutes more. Let's do it. Our fine friend here is wandering off on an adventure. We're giving 86 money to rent some random woman. Bring something great. I believe in you. It's going to be good. Did the joke salvage the puzzle? I still don't like that kind of puzzle very much. I just want normal puzzle where I can like rush through. But sure, it's funny, it's clever, it's all fine. A peddler in a cloak with dozens of baubles rattles up to me. He has the Holy Lance of Antioch, the Spear of Destiny. It's a tiny shard of metal, might be a sewing needle. Sell your lies elsewhere. So he didn't have an opportunity to buy the Lance of Longinus, unfortunately. Longinus, however you say that word. It's my habit to walk my dog again. We're having a lovely walk, our health improves, that's great. Got more money for more buildings. We can upgrade from a camp cook to a training field instead. Our archers become even more strong. Our archers aren't here anymore. We have pikemen. So this makes no sense. This makes no sense to have this thing here. Let's change it over instead. So, just have more money. We'll just have more money. Archers are... One second. Is the archer building already here also? One second. Okay, this is archers at level 3. Oh, there's archers. I just misread it. It's 6% archer damage. It is the archer building. We're fine. Wait, it's archers, not pikemen. Let's say, cancel that. Go to pikemen instead. That's what we wanted. Pikemen are spearmen. There we go. Correct, yeah. Spearmen, good. All better. Alright. A sacred text. I'm strolling out and about. A merchant has an old book, insists I need it for what is to come. We can spend 190 money for a fancy book. I can try to negotiate with him. I just take it, or I say I don't care about books. I'll buy his book. A book called The Fine Book of Hours. A bonus to piety, prestige, and the zealots give me more money. Not sure I have too many zealots, but we have an open book slot, so we have 2 books placed. All good, all good. Grand Planter, think about buying this game on sale, but the learning curve intimidates you. You're the second or third person today who has said that. I would encourage you to give it a shot anyway. There are a lot of streamers and YouTubers and so on who'll be able to help you. It's so much fun if you can figure it out, but I understand if you don't want to spend the time on it. It is a game with a tremendous amount of depth in it. As I'm putting away my newly acquired book, a slip of parchment falls out. Upon it are instructions for bibliomancy. One might divine their fortune from a passage in a book. All I need to do is open the text to a random spot and read the first word upon which my eyes fall. This is unholy, but if we do it, we might get learning lifestyle. Let's try. I follow the instructions to a letter and select a passage at random from the text before me. Shivering with anticipation, I open my eyes and read. Fear is the mind killer. A coward dies 1,000 tiny deaths. A valiant man dies but once. Oh, it's that book again. What do I make of this one? Fear's a little death. Research some more. It's nonsense. Or ask the antiquarian to look into it. I will research it even more. The passage eludes me, unfortunately. We feel weird about that. That said, for the life of me, I can't understand it. Maybe I could ask my archbishop to help? Archbishop doesn't understand it either. We're all very confused here. We're not sure what's going on. Alright, a sacred text. After spending days poring over the obtuse passage, I've given up. I haven't the slightest idea what it means. The whole affair chilled me to the bone. What's happening? Do I live in fear forever? Fear is the little death that brings total liberation. We are now paranoid and afraid. We did not make sense of the world. Paranoid and rulers, pretty darn bad. Pretty darn bad. That said, our paranoia makes them more intriguing through and through. Death chases us. Greeting, Malud, says Berenger the cook. He has my grandson, who's a hefty young man. He's been eating all the food, gobbling all the sweets. So we can keep him as gluttonous, we can encourage him to be lazy instead, or make him a compassionate man. We'll make him compassionate this day. Try to help him out some. Unfortunately, it was such a stressful experience that we need to go spend some time in the woods to feel better. I've been invited to a hunt, actually, but it's not popping up, so it must be too far away for us to make it in time. We want to go on a hunt, though, to find a... rabbits, I think? I think there were rabbits out there somewhere. That said, my eyes are failing. We're supposed to buy some glasses. Instead, we can sell all the books, getting quite a bit of cash again. I'm going to use that cash to fund a trip to the wild once more. Hunting? Where are the rabbits? Where were those rabbits? I've forgotten. The foxes are sighted here. Sure, let's hit the foxes up that way. Costs 300 money to go. It's terrible being a king, isn't it? We bring no one along, it's still 215. We'll have to wait a couple more months then for that to go. That'll be good. Obviously, as many of you know, that earlier message about fear being the mind killers from Dune. I've never read Dune. It's one of those books on the list, much like Moby Dick, that I really wanted to get to at some point. So maybe once Moby Dick is done, we'll then go try the Dune. I do wonder if it's still worth it. Like, I know the general story. I haven't seen the movies, but the kind of thing I need to read to get my nerd credit up some, probably. It seems, despite his best efforts, Duke Fernandoux, my friend, is about as literate as a village idiot. Most wise, enlightened king, how may I inspire my liege to learn to read? No, we're okay saying that our friend doesn't have to learn. It's definitely worth the time. You read Dune and Dune Messiah about 2 years ago and definitely loved it. All right, if there's some acclaim and belief in the crowd here, then definitely we'll check it out at some point. I was gonna say maybe I'll get it done before the summer's over, but no, I'll probably my fall reading this year. But cool. Thank you for the good suggestion. I'm finishing up a day's work. My wife once again wants tapestries in the room. We have no money, we have no nothing. Our wife is now our rival. I'll show you and your no tapestries. Oh, I'm sorry, wifey. Let's try to make things nice with you if possible. Or wife. On the road, my adventuress finds some bandits. The bandits have been forced into hiding. What should we do, they say. We can order them to hide even better. They're likely to get caught. No guts, no glory. They might succeed. Or bribe. No guts, no glory. She drives off the bandits, being a little wounded, but did a good job anyway. Have there been book reading streams on Twitch? There have not. I don't know if we actually want it. My friend has sent me a papal war banner. I do not know why he sent it over, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's strange. Occasionally viewers will come in and say, Resorty, I'd really like it if you would do X. And I'll say, okay, do we all want that? It's something we're actually into. People say yes, but often not really believe it. Or it won't really happen. Like, people will come in and say, Resorty, I want you to play this old game from 1997. And I'll say, okay, do you all really want to see this? And then I'll play it and there'll be like 4 viewers. So, I think reading streams is something that sounds cool in principle, but not actually all that appealing, unfortunately. Instantaneously, the Queen wants us to get over our rivalry. We agree. That's nice enough. With the money we now have, we can go ahead and launch that hunt we mentioned before. Yeah, I think if I wanted to do a reading stream or whatever, I'd probably just do a video over on YouTube. But I believe it's the case that Dune is still under copyright protection, and I don't want to get sued, so probably shouldn't do that. But we'll see. You think Dune is way overrated? Oh boy. Starting fights in channel. That's like coming in and saying, you know what's terrible? Anime is terrible. People go rabble, rabble, rabble. While we're waiting, unfortunately, the foxes ran away. So let's pop here instead. That's okay. Reading stream would be cool if it didn't take so long. I mean, at some level, it is the case that these streams, when I play CK3, are reading streams. At some level, this is me definitely reading along quite a bit. And, you know, it works that way. It's nice enough that way. Alright, time for our hunt. Just need to lower some stress. We're having a fresh start, fresh hunt, bringing along our Caravan Master. The game The Seventh Guest from 1993 is pretty good. I think I tried to play Seventh Guest back in a very long time ago, probably back in the late 90s, and I think I was scared of it. Yeah, horror games didn't appeal to me even back then, so that's how it goes. That's how it goes. We await our servants for our possibly successful hunt. I'm going to focus on slaying that beast. That's what matters most of all. Actually, no, recreation's more important. I said that earlier. Can't get too competitive too quickly. Now I'm making 20 money a month. Good, 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 good. And more learning too. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, that's a good point. That maybe the issue with Dune is lots of properties since Dune have taken on its novel elements. And in the same way that some people say, like, they've read Tolkien later in life and said, this is predictable. That's because it was novel at the time and has set the tone for so much fantasy. I will read Dune, though. It'll be good. My master of the hunt summons the party in. After piecing out information, there's a stout boar nearby. Let's hunt a boar. This is prestigious. This is dangerous. Let's see what happens. Someone shows me how to pick snapdragons. I'm not down with that, but thank you. We're okay. We're okay. I made a friend out here. Looked after Bowman de Hotville, my grandson. He wants my friend now. It's very nice. Alexander, my dog, trots along, enjoying his time outside. Suddenly he freezes, starts barking, and a couple seconds later something can be heard moving the undergrowth. Something big. A wolf bursts forward. I can encourage that my dog hunts a wolf, or I'll take it down instead. So, if Alexander takes it down, we'll gain a hunting trophy. He might fail, though. The dog might die. I'll do it myself. Can't have the dog dying. Can you imagine if I killed the dog on stream? You all would be just absolutely furious. Oh no. Something awful happened and we gained more stress, unfortunately. I've read the book The Name of the Wind. I have a copy of it upstairs. It's one of those series I want to get into, but I haven't yet. I bought it at a book off, one of the used bookstores around here, and said, I should read Name of the Wind, but no, I haven't done so quite yet. Alright, cornering the boar. My vassal is the first to spot its sharpened tusks. The powerful boar is hard to boar is hard to distinguish, but we see it. After it, we ride. We're a content person, we should have approached it more carefully. Oh no! We're having wanton desires out here. Erotic fantasies and all the rest. Too much stress. The desires interfere with my life. I can sequester myself to avoid temptation, giving up our friendship. I can change to a heresy, or stay focused and go to level 2 stress. Let's sequester ourselves. We're a little bit of recluse now. It's okay though. It's a late point of life. We're looking like a spooky villain already. That's fine. We find ourselves some peasants who are stealing my beautiful things. We drive them out of the forest. It's the King's Forest. After hours of riding, we finally cornered the beast. The chase has not been in vain. The exhausted, panicked animal has turned to bay. This one is mine. I can bring it down myself. We can do it together, or send for the hounds. Let's do it ourselves. We have a 9% chance of dying. Fingers crossed. We slay the boar. Everyone claps. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Hunts like these are pure joy. We have a great time. What should we do with the wild boar hide? We keep it ourselves or give it away? We keep it ourselves for sure. We can then hang that. Our stress drops to 0. We're a mighty hunter, and we have a mighty good item. All lovely, all good. We hang it to remember the good times. Get rid of all the stress anyway. I probably could have not become a recluse and survived in the higher stress for a moment. Traveling true aim. While traveling along, we decide that Benevent is a good place for a hunt. We don't have time for a proper outing, but we try to go hunt a rabbit. What do you say? Who of us strikes it better? We have a 99% chance to win this bet, getting 200 money from our son. He has 0 money, but sure. We kill the animal, get a lucky rabbit's paw. We're rich, rich, rich. Unfortunately, friends, it's got to be the end of today's stream. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed yourself today. We accomplished more of our goals, and most notably, we fixed our economy. We're to the point now where we can almost support our entire army at war. For now, though, it's going pretty well. Let's find someone to raid host before we say goodbye here. So, who is playing what games over on twitch.tv? Hello to many, many people. Also, beloved little Fritz just walked into the room here. This is Sneaky Spudsworth. Remember our community for a while? Someone who raided us a couple days ago. So we'll go ahead and send the community over there. You all have a nice time with them. I'll be back in 2 days' time. Tomorrow is my once a week day off. I'm going to bend down in a second here and give you a view of Mr. Fritz here. Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy. Here he is. He wishes you a good day. He wishes you a good night. We'll see you again 2 days from now. Have a good day all, folks. See you again soon.